We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hey, I'm FTFE and welcome back to the channel that beats stupidity to death and then leaves the rotten corp in public so the rest of stupid can see what I do to it. You know what we're going to do, guys. We're going to have a flat earth, and I use this word very lightly, debate. And for some reason I thought it'd be a good idea to get a smelly beaver on the channel as well. So Brainy, welcome back. How you doing? Yes.
Vanilla, thank you.
I've been told
It's
to
all
not
vanilla.
ask about the vanilla.
Well, the last chick I had on stream asked about the vanilla. I don't have my ask about the vanilla set up here either, otherwise I'd play it. Yeah, no, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me. I don't know. Did I have my background last time I streamed? I'm still loving my new background.
Yeah, I love it when you're on the stream. It's like, what's it like to have ADHD? Let's just watch Brainy Beaver.
Oh yeah, that's like in essence, basically. In fact, I mean, I don't know. Parts of me wanted to make it like ADHD Beaver instead of Brainy Beaver, and we'll just roll forward.
Yeah,
we'll see. Maybe I'll put that to the fans one day.
And let's welcome the advocate of Magic Flying Pancake World today, Keith, who has been on the channel before. Welcome back to the channel.
What's up, ball bitches?
Ball bitches. That's a good one. So, you still think that the world's like a magic frisbee pizza type thing? Then, yeah.
Pancakey, yeah, I do, yeah.
Why would you think such a silly thing?
Ah,
You hear him sigh too. There's sadness in that answer.
I mean, think about that. Think about that question, though. I mean, like, who amongst us could really know either way? Like, we haven't really gone up to look. I mean, a lot of people are comfortable. A lot of people are comfortable with the pictures. That's fine. But I mean, it's like ultimately within ourselves, we don't personally have that. So it depends on what you go with to tell you, wait a minute, do I think it's this way? Do I think it's that way? I think religion plays a part too. I really do. I think religion plays a big part as to whether you really go in this direction or not.
Well, religion definitely doesn't play a part for me or Brainy. Yeah. And to say that we've never been up there to see it, as a species, we most definitely have. Like, 600 times or something, there's been people up there to see it.
That's not what I meant, though, Craig. But
what do you mean, though?
Yeah, but the problem is you don't hold like we always say, you don't hold anything else to that standard, right? So I mean, like I don't see electrons move through a wire yet. They obviously do.
There's a limit.
Light work.
There's definitely a limit. There's definitely a limit. Like there's only so far you can go as to say, wait a minute, did I see it myself?
You should start learning to make fire every morning when you wake up. Then
that's one thing. Just one thing. There are certain things beyond that limit to where, okay, look, even though I didn't see it myself, I might have to just go with the fact that this person says X, Y, Z. But when it comes to the shape of the plant of the plane or the planet, whatever, that's a little bit different. That gets into higher, deeper. What is the actual truth of truths? So it's a little bit more of a serious question, ultimately, when you really think about it.
Some people have less trust than others, mind you.
Yeah,
that's probably where that comes from, right?
But why?
No. Two different things.
Why don't you trust the people that have been up there, though? Why don't you believe what they say? Why would you doubt that these people that trained for so much of their life to achieve something amazing are lying about it? I mean, where's the evidence that they
when he's done answering, I have a different angle.
Okay,
but I wouldn't say lying. Let's put it this way. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, maybe somebody can check this up, and I don't have a problem with this. But I believe the first people who went to the moon were Masons. That's fine and cool. I don't have a problem with that. But my point is that they were religious. If you're a Mason, you're religious. So that means the first people who was entrusted with this information and to go and to see what was going on.
But does that mean that my parents were religious because they were in Kinsmen and Kenettes?
Yeah,
it's like a club.
It doesn't
it's they were presidents. Each one had their turn of being president because one's a male club and one was a female club. So my dad was president of one and my mom was president of another. And, at one time or another. And, it's like the same thing. They all get together and rent out a hall and clink beer bottles together. Does that mean that they're, you know what I mean? Like, where do we draw the line here? Just because you're part of a club? Like, even in Simpsons, they made fun of the Masons. And at the end of the day, it was just a club where all the wealthy people in town got together and pissed off, from their wives and spent the night drinking and howling at things. You know, which is pretty common, let's face it, men's clubs, right?
Okay, but time out. Hold on. Are you telling me you don't think it's a coincidence that all of the first people who went up were Masons? They were religious? You don't think that's something?
Well, they all hung out together and worked in pretty tight conditions. So, I mean, it was probably like, hey, buddy, I'm part of a pretty cool club. You know, like, we get stripper on the weekends. Our wives have no idea. You know, like, come on in, bud.
At the end of the day, does it matter? Is it even relevant who they were? The evidence suggests that they did what they say they did. You know, why disbelieve them just because they may be part of a certain religious sect? That makes no sense to me.
No. See, that's where you're going. That's the point of me saying that they were religious. No. I'm not going the direction that you're used to. My point is that the only people who were allowed to even know what's going on were religious folks.
But they weren't
so
all
I'm
religious,
not against
though.
them.
I think in America at the time, though, it was pretty much a time where religion, like even now, I mean, you can't even try to become president unless you put a cross on your lapel. And like Obama did it. And I don't think for a second Obama's actually that religious. I think that he knew he had to put this little cross on his lapel because for the, you know, the new Christian empire, America, he kind of needed to, because that's been a thing.
Yeah.
Which is funny because America broke away to separate from religious persecution, and it became the new Christian empire, essentially.
Well, no, hold on now. America broke away to...
Oh, no, it is, dude. It is. America's the last bastion of Christianity.
Away to where, when I choose a particular religion, nobody comes at me to tell me no. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's the same in my country, but I'm going to tell you right now that America is the country where you can basically say, like, we would go to RV parks and the woman would say things like, you'll never get this in another country. Christianity does this, though. They say, oh, you know, she goes, all you have to do is tell the government that you're handing out Bibles. They'll pay for your entire RV. She was telling us how the tens of thousands of dollars they write off for her and her husband. She says, all you have to do is go around and put a few Bibles here and there, and you basically just don't even check on you. And like, that's America. America, they don't audit churches. That doesn't happen in other countries. In other countries, they audit churches. But in America, it's like, as long as you're a Christian, you can buy as many Learjets as you want, and you can pretend it's for Christianity. So it is the new. I'm not criticizing the country. I'm just saying, if you had to pick a nation in the world for Christianity, it'd be literally Rome and America. You know, like, because, you know, Catholicism.
Empire.
But Keith, here's the thing, right? Let's forget about the Americans and stuff for a sec. What about the cosmonauts? Were they Freemasons as well?
Cosmonauts. That's Russian, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say they were. They could or could not be Mason. I do believe that. I believe there's a lot of heavy religious tone to the early astronauts who got to really see what was up.
Okay, but why is any of it relevant when what they did has been confirmed with evidence?
Okay, not Rome. Somebody said. I know what you mean. Sorry, I was just generalizing. My bad.
For the astronauts, is that for the astronauts that for them going up, they already have a certain bedpan. They already have a certain predisposition to what they would have seen when they gone up. If you are non-religious, you would not be comfortable with what you would see.
Why?
Does that make sense with it or what? Because they actually know it's flat. Let me put it that way.
But no, all of that's irrelevant, Keith. Nothing about religion says the Earth is flat.
Okay, so let me put it this way. The fact that if they knew it was flat is why they would send them to go up to not freak out once they saw what they saw. They knew that they would go up. We already know you believe. So once you see what you see, it's going to be an awe to you. It's not going to be, oh my God, this is not the truth. Whereas it would be like that.
Here's the thing, Keith. Every single person that has ever gone to space knew what they were going to see when they got to space and saw what they expected to see when they got to space. Not one person that went to space ever thought that the Earth was flat. They all knew the Earth was a globe because the training and stuff that they do is reliant upon the fact that the Earth is a globe.
How would you know that, Craig? Honestly, though, how would you know that?
Orbital mechanics alone. The thing that the astronauts have to learn to be able to get into space only works on a globe. There is no orbital mechanics. There is no orbital mechanics on a flat Earth because you cannot orbit over a flat plane.
I will be. Yeah. What? Come on now, Craig. Craig, you know what? Once I get into orbital mechanics, I'll be glad to go A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z to show you why.
But you literally can't orbit over a flat plane. An orbit works because of a large gravitational body and the acceleration down towards it. There is no orbit on a flat Earth because it's just going around on top in a circle.
Right.
Where does the sun go at night? Nowhere. It stays above it. Does it go underneath and one of the elephants lifts its leg to let it go round or something? No,
but
orbits don't work on a flat Earth. It's simple.
We've already determined that when it comes to flat Earth, we're going to say that determine how far away the sun is, determines on when it goes down.
But
you guys want to say no. It's like,
but that's literally,
at.
The law of perspective disagrees with you. There is no way that you would see the sun go down on a flat Earth unless it was only like 50 or 60 miles up, which is ridiculous because, we've got friends that have sent stuff up that high.
Well, even the lights under, like when you see the sunlight under the clouds, like how would that happen if it was a flat Earth and the sun was always above the clouds? Then perspective or no perspective, it doesn't matter how far away it gets, it should still always be above the clouds. Like the idea of the sunlight getting under the clouds is almost like they have to really stretch the imagination and smoke a lot of meth to get to some sort of explanation that gets the sunlight under the clouds.
Okay, so let me get you back on the map. So let's consider that we're on the corner and we're looking down the corner, right? If you're on the corner, especially with brick lines, you will notice as you look down that corner, those brick lines go lower. They don't stay even for your little bit.
They don't fall below. They don't fall below eye level though, Keith. Perspective works by everything above your eye line, going down to your eye line. Everything below your eye line going up to your eye line. That's how perspective works. But the important thing about it is that's only how it looks. The one fundamental thing you need to understand is that parallel lines never intersect. Those train tracks that you look at into the distance that look like they're touching in the distance, they're not. They're just, they look like they're doing that. But they will never disappear and they will never touch if it is completely straight, right? And if the sun is in the sky moving away from you, it is never, ever, ever going to set. And it is going to change in angular size, which it does not.
To be honest with you, on the angular size, I know Toon fought me on this, but that depends on atmosphere. That depends on the moisture in the atmosphere to me. To be honest with you.
No,
we've already gone over that.
You know what you do is you put on a solar filter which removes like 99.999% of the light that you're receiving in. Kind of gets rid of all the horrible effects that you get. And when you do that, you see the sun throughout the entire day does not change angular size. And the thing is, if it was flat and the sun was moving away from us, it wouldn't only change angular size, it would change angular size a lot. Like, not just a little bit, a lot. Oh, okay. Sending me super chats. Let me just quickly read the super chat that I got there. Well, Better Charge, $2 New Zealand says, "What's up, fuckers? Is there a padlock here as well?" No. If you want to shock me, you can do it by other ways, I guess. Daniel McClone for £5 says, "My left nut literally has more common sense than the flatard of the day. Can you ask him what he thinks of Flatard's doctored red rhetoric footage?" All right.
We got Brian. I want to say before we keep going, Brian, while you're reading things, Brian Brokaw's been in here, like, encouraging me to rip on America, and I've been going, no, I love America, and he's like, oh no, he's like, tear us a fucking new one.
Fuck America. No, wait, what?
I'm trying to stay diplomatic here. I've got, like, I'm gonna be like, listen. I'm gonna tell everybody a secret. My audience is primarily American, so, I don't hate you, but even if I did, I would have to pretend I don't. So, like,
anyway, question for Keith.
Fucking Jesus.
Question for Keith. If Flat Earthers got evidence and stuff, and they don't need to lie, why do so many Flat Earthers lie? Like the Flat Earther Flatzoid, who took some of Red Rhetoric's footage and removed 11 frames to try and pretend it was something else. Why do Flat Earthers do that?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, and they should not do that. But where that comes from, I'm gonna say that comes from y'all. They're trying to win.
No, we didn't do it.
Yes, you do. Because you try to win all the time.
Is that a...
Yeah.
Well, we win because we've got the facts and the evidence to support what we say.
I said a knock, right? Did you read my lips? A knock. Are you a knock? Sorry, that's a good movie scene.
You guys always try to win. So every time, so what they do, they pick up this sort of attitude of denying just because it fits
Keith,
for the
Keith,
moment.
why do you think we win?
Because I asked you about was there metal on that ball, and you said no. And then you talk to Lorenz Force, and you tell him that there's metal, but it's a little bit of metal.
Well, the carabiner was lead, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's very important. Because
yeah, but that's not going to be
around.
It's not going to be affected by electromagnetism.
Then that lead will be affected by that sun as it moves around.
You know, lead's diamagnetic, so I mean, it wouldn't be affected that way.
Well, I'm going to say metal. You're saying lead now. I'm going to say metal. That's what I really meant. I said metal. That's what I said. You brought that up a little later, right now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
Right, but the thing is, we don't take flat Earth stuff and lie about it, Keith. We don't have to do that. We have all the facts and evidence that support what we say, and we just use that. Yet flat Earthers just have to lie. I mean, literally, gotta lie to Flerf.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: why is it that every time everybody asks you about the 15 degrees, why do you guys never tell them what the actual distance is? You guys always act like there's no distance to it, and there is.
Well, but what does it matter?
Oh, right. Okay, are you talking about?
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about like how far it travels, which is whatever.
Very
like
particular, Brainy Beaver. So I'm saying, well, why do you deny that? That was the question. He said, "Why did they?"
Nobody
lie?
denies anything. Right. It's just that it's.
So my question
it's kind of like
they do this.
Go ahead.
They do this, Brainy. Listen.
Let me be clear what you're asking. You're asking
they deny
why
the actual distance, the arc length. They deny the arc length and just give them degrees. So, like, why don't you just tell them the arc length? Why do they deny that?
Yeah, but you can convert it to rads per hour. I mean, just because we're talking about different ways of reading distance, it means nothing.
Why deny the answer?
We don't deny the answer.
It's not
no. Here's the thing, right?
I got a video where I broke down the rotation in
rads
per minute.
Let's get this
per
straight.
second.
This answer has been denied. You have kept saying,
which answer has been denied?
What answer? What, that the Earth spins and that it has a fucking radius?
Do you guys think maybe you need to give people more than 5 seconds to talk so they can tell you what they're trying to tell you?
Yeah, Brainy, give him a chance.
We know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
You have already said 15 degrees, which means pi over 12. You don't go to pi over 12 in radius. You just say 15 degrees. But there is an arc length which you can actually gauge and check and see. Oh, wait a minute. This is exactly how far that moved. Why do you guys deny that? Why do you guys
we don't, right. Okay, let me answer. Let me answer.
Show it in rads.
Brainy, let me answer. Right.
It's a measurable size.
We don't deny anything, right, Keith? We don't deny anything. The fact is, flat earthers constantly say to us, "Oh, you're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour," and that is just outright. That is outright a false statement. The fact is, No, it's false because you do not spin in miles per hour. You do not measure rotational velocity in miles per hour. That is not how you do it to calculate anything. All right, what you're talking about, that 1,000 miles an hour, is a tangential speed of the land at a particular point. But the question to you is 1,000 miles an hour compared to what? Speed is relative.
Right. So, but they do say this, and I've heard this. They will say specifically at the equator, and you guys still say no. It's like, why are you denying that?
But we don't deny it. We don't deny it because they say it wrong, and that shows they don't understand physics. As soon as they say you're spinning 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, they're wrong because you don't spin in miles an hour. At the equator, you're spinning 15 degrees per hour, same as at the North Pole, right? Now, what I'm going to do, Keith, is I'm going to show you on screen a direct comparison with something spinning the exact same speed as Earth, right? Ready?
I knew it. Yeah,
but it is.
Half an hour? Are we going to go to half an hour? Really?
That hand, I've got it at 50% speed, and that hand close to the 3 is, in this video, moving at the exact same rotational velocity as the Earth. Exactly the same.
Okay, but here's the thing. Can we admit that on this Earth in our rotation, we are not all the same size looking at this clock? So it's going to be different.
What do you mean we're not all the same size? I mean, Brainy's 5'1" and I'm 6'1", you know?
But we're not. Come on now. We're all going to be specks on that little hand as it moves around, so it's going to be different. It's a different, come on.
Yeah,
now.
but you're also going to be moving at a constant velocity on that little hand, so it's not going to make a difference, right? And what you want to do is calculate the actual orbital centrifugal force that's applied to you, right? That's the thing that's important, okay? So let me just bring up my globe animation right now so we can see it. Right, this is obviously spinning a lot faster than the Earth really is, right? But just imagine that's the speed that the Earth is actually spinning. If you look at the equator, which is the part that has the fastest tangential speed, but is obviously still rotating at 15 degrees, the same as the rest of it, what do you think the centrifugal acceleration forcing you outward at the equator is?
Oh, shoot, man, I don't have all that.
Right.
I just know it's 1,000.
But it's 1,000 miles an hour, and taking that into account as the tangential speed, right? Taking that into account and the radius of the Earth, the centrifugal acceleration forcing you outwards from the Earth at the equator is 0.034 meters per second squared, which is about 0.05% of the gravitational acceleration going the other way. So that's the force that you're feeling, that 0.034 meters per second squared. That's the only thing that, is really making any difference. And you're not going to feel an acceleration that small. There's no reason why at the equator, when you do the maths, you should feel anything. Does that make sense?
I hear what you're saying. This is a point y'all been hitting for a while to try to make it seem like we really shouldn't notice any type of adjustment in speed. So therefore, it's kind of like being in the car. We enter steady.
Yeah, there is no change in speed. You're traveling at 1,000 miles an hour tangentially all of the time if you're at the equator. The only time that you notice a difference is if you travel from the equator either north or south. And what happens then is you take with you that 1,000 miles an hour tangential velocity. You take that with you as you go north. But what you've done is you've gone into an area of the Earth with a lower tangential velocity. But because you maintain the higher tangential velocity, you will drift ahead of the rotation, and that's what we call the Coriolis Force, which is evidence that the Earth rotates, because that's what we expect to happen, and it does happen, and there is no explanation on the flat Earth for the Coriolis Force. Could you please maybe enlighten us onto a possible explanation for the Coriolis Force on a flat Earth?
Well, yes, I can. I'm going to wait on that for a second, though. It's not fully, I don't have it all panned out yet. But I do have something else that I do think which causes that to
okay, well, all right, we'll let you try and have a little explanation in a sec. I'll just quickly catch up with the super chats. I'm going to try and stay on top of them, guys. Thank you very much. Robert Williams for $4.99. If sun sets due to perspective at 8 p.m., with a 3,000 mile alt sun would mean a yardstick would disappear 8 feet away when lying on the ground. Yeah, that's assuming that the altitude of the sun is 3,000 miles. Did you understand that, Keith? What he's saying is that if the sun is at 3,000 miles, that means that based on how far it has to travel away to disappear, if you put a yardstick on the floor at 8 feet away, it would disappear, and that doesn't happen.
That is a talking point you guys say a lot.
That's actually the first time I've heard that particular way of putting it, but he's right when you do the maths. Then we've got Ilya Let for $4.99 says, please tell him that Gargian did not believe in God. Also ask him who Gargarin is. I don't know who Gargarin is. Do you, Brainy? No, I can't hear Brainy. Brainy doesn't want to talk to us.
He's doing that mute thing again, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's doing that mute thing again.
Okay, yeah. And I was also going to say, whoever's been talking to me in the chats, I was so far back in the chats, it had to load. So I guess I froze it. You scroll back and leave it there, and then it's like, oh, holy shit, I'm 5 minutes ago or 10 minutes ago.
So Brainy, who's Gargarin?
I don't know who the hell Gargarin is.
Keith, who's Gargarin?
Is this
I'm looking at y'all. I don't know.
This sounds like the finishing boss to
Yuri
Dark
Gagarin
Souls or something, right?
No, he's a cosmonaut.
Oh,
isn't he?
okay, sorry.
Right.
If you're only going to give me one name, then I'm
okay,
assuming you're some sort of like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or something.
Yeah, of course,
in
Ghostbusters. As soon as I saw it in the chat, I was like, "What the hell?" Yeah, of course. I thought it was some religious thing because the God being there, it threw me. Yeah. So he was a cosmonaut.
Wasn't it the anniversary of the Apollo 1 burning on the pad and killing the astronauts on board?
Oh, jeez, really great.
Whether or not he thinks maybe, hey, listen, whether or not we went to space or not, you got to admit those people burned pretty good. There's a sweet smell of chicken coming off the top of that thing, so maybe that was just an accident trying to fake flat Earth. Or globe Earth.
Daniel McGlone says, "Here's £5 for Brainy
respect
Beaver. Here's £5 for Brainy Beaver purely because he had an original Xbox behind him. Keep fighting, guys."
You demonstrate to get the remotes for it and everything.
I'm going to keep that £5 though. So I have to look at your
Yeah, I
face.
figured you would. He gave me a super chat last week, I think, or something, so that's fine. He's doing fine. FTFE.
Fry for £5 says, "Can you show this on stream? I mean, he's called Keith. Come on." What?
What?
I don't know what that means. Don't. Anyway, yeah. So your explanation of the Coriolis Force, which 100% exists and has been, demonstrated to exist in many, many ways, including snipers taking it to account, artillery manuals having explanations and calculations for it. The British naval story from the First World War where they had to change. So we know Coriolis Force is definitely a thing. So what is the explanation for it on a flat Earth?
Oh, like I said, no. That's one of them home runners I gotta hit you at another date on. I want to really make sure that everything is down packed and everything's right.
Can you give us a hint?
What? Okay. What?
Nice pick of an original Xbox.
What are the possibilities of things that can make things move?
A rotating body.
And?
I don't know how to prove it. It's glued down.
There is nothing else that would affect everything equally, apart from moving on a rotating body like that.
Okay, that sounds like whatever, but sure.
I mean, if you're going to say electromagnetism of some kind, then the question I would ask you is why does the same thing why does the same thing happen to wood as it does to metal?
No.
Sorry,
it's not
I'm laughing about something else. Start getting the glow sticks out, electromagnetism. Witsit. Oh my god, I love it.
So
Witsit, that's our boy
people
right
know what
there.
we're talking about.
What are you hypothesizing that could possibly make
Tune
it
in
happen?
tomorrow.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you right now. Look, Toon asked me about my my pi number, my personal pi number. Like, dude, I'm not telling you my pi number.
Sorry, did you say your personal pi number?
There you go.
Like, is that like how they measure pants? They get my pi number when they wrap the measuring tape around my waist.
Do I need to start getting are you trying to tell me that pi is different than what we're told?
It is not drastic. It is not like it's something that's just totally out of the place. I'll give you that. But yep, you can put your head in your hands all you want. It is a different number.
No, it's not. The ratio between a circumference and the diameter of a circle is not up for question.
It's a ratio.
What the hell? It's a ratio. It's a ratio, and it is not up for question. What is your objection to what pi actually is?
Well, you just answered it. It's a ratio. Therefore, that ratio gives you the actual answer. But that ratio may not line up with the actual answer.
But it does, always.
Okay, well, hey, I'm not here to argue with you about it. Okay, there you go.
But you just said your personal pi, so you're suggesting pi is something other than 3.14159265359.
It is definitely different, but that does not mean that I have to engage in an argument with people just because they think differently.
But I mean, again, it's not a think thing. The ratio between the circumference and the diameter of a circle is 3.14159265359. That isn't something that can be questioned. What do you mean pi is different?
Of course it can be questioned, and that is the number that you know.
And I don't think you're understanding me here, Keith. The ratio between a circle is what it is.
Right, regardless of a number, right? Do we understand that part?
Yeah, and that ratio is 3.14159265359. It doesn't change.
That's where you're messing up. What you want to focus on is the ratio. The ratio is what's important. Focus on the ratio part. Now,
yeah, that is the ratio. The ratio is 3.14159. That is the ratio.
No, the ratio is circumference over radius.
Which equals 3.141592. That's what it is.
Craig, okay, let's go on. Whatever.
No, I'm trying to understand.
All right, let's go on.
Keith, I'm trying to understand what you mean.
He's got this.
I'm trying to understand what you mean by pi is. How can it be something else? How did you reach that conclusion?
Why can it not be? Why can it not be?
Because the ratio between the circumference and the diameter of a circle
There you go.
is
There you go.
is
There you go.
3.1. No. The ratio is 3.141592653559. Yeah, and that will always equal 3.141592653559. Always, no matter what. That doesn't ever change, no matter the size of the circle. It will always be that circumference over diameter is pi, which is 3.14159266. That's what it is. Keith, you're blowing my mind here. How can you say it's not what it is?
Let me just say this. I'm going to personally look at him. I'm going to personally say it's a bit of a different number. But
how is it a different number? Explain.
Hold on.
Brainy, help.
It is not so drastic that it's just so totally different than the number you know at the same time. So it's not just out there out of the box. But just to be honest, just to let you know, pi is a ratio. The number comes after the ratio. After the ratio.
Yeah. And what do you get if
you're trying to say that a fraction can't be turned into a decimal point? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, we're not going there. No.
We gotta go somewhere, man. You've barreled us into a wall.
Keith, right. No, take the circumference of a circle, right?
Right.
And then divide it by the diameter of a circle. And what number do you get?
There's a number I know of and a number you know of.
Well, only one of them is right, Keith. What number do you actually get?
Yours comes from magic.
If you actually do the calculations, what number do you get?
So here's the point I want to bring this up to you. This is kind of stumps people.
You're blowing my mind, Keith. You're fucking blowing my mind.
You cannot get that 3.14 number out of itself. You have to take the circumference over the diameter.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Keith, that's the point. That's what it is. If you take the circumference of any circle in the world and divide it by the diameter of that same circle, you get 3.1415926359. Always, no matter what. It doesn't ever change. That will always be the ratio between the circumference and the diameter. Please explain how it is something else.
Let me give this as a hint, because I've noticed this in my own math. Let me give this as a hint. We noticed that pi is a, what's the word? It's an irrational number, right? It does not repeat. It's non-repeating. It's different numbers along the way. If you notice math, some numbers do that, some numbers don't. How's that? That's all I'm going to give you right now. That's all I'm giving you right now.
I mean, I don't think you know what a rational number is, but...
Okay. No, I said the irrational.
Yeah, I don't think you know what an irrational number is either, to be fair.
Okay.
I'll even admit I used to know the definition of those, and I can't quite remember what it is right now.
I can't move on from this until I get the direct answer, Keith, right? If you divide the circumference of any circle by the diameter, mathematically, what number do you get?
Craig, 3.14. That's what you get.
I mean, that's kind of inaccurate. What number do you get to 5 decimal places?
I do not know the whole number. I do not know that. You're going to have to fill that in for me.
So what is your change? What is your change in pi? What is the difference between pi as sane people know it and pi as what you say it is?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm giving this line up because you were just too on it. I can't even get off. I was just trying to throw it out there just so you know. You stuck on it like a bulldog. Like, you know what? Nothing. I don't know anything. I don't know. It's 3.14, Craig. Let's move on. It's 3.14.
It's always going to be... oh, my God. Brainy, help. Brainy, ask him a question because my mind's just been blown.
Well, Brainy, the audience and everybody a question. So an irrational number... Well, we all get to learn in chances like this because I can't quite remember what it is. So an irrational number just means you can't write it as an infinite number. But if I remember correctly, the infinite numbers are 3, 6, and 9, right? When you're
no. You can do an irrational number as an infinite number. It keeps stringing on with numbers.
But not repeating, maybe, is what they mean.
Right. They're non-repeating, exactly.
Because a repeating is like where you get 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 for basically infinite.
Right. Or it could be like 3, 4, 7, 3, 4, 7, 3, 4, 7, anything, any type of repeat. Yeah, once you see that pattern, you got the pattern. But with these numbers, there are no patterns. There's a certain set of numbers that does not get patterns. I'll give that. That's
Yeah,
the clue.
no, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I was just trying to remember because
That's
I've done these theories in math. I did a lot of math when I went to college, right? But I mean, you know how it is. You're sitting at home
Right.
raising kids and you're not using.
Hey, I hear you. I got back into it because of Toon. Toon pissed me off one day when going at it with him about the degrees and everything. I'm like, hell no, I'm getting back in my book. I'm getting this stuff. So that's how I got into it.
And all you need to do with that is just work out the centrifugal acceleration you feel when the tangential speed is 1,000 miles an hour. That's all you need to do. Once you've done that, you realize that it's really not very much. Right, let me just catch up on the super chats a sec.
Just on screen here, I feel kind of. I feel on display. Maybe I shouldn't have an OnlyFans.
So we have Justin Nuav for $5. Keith ad hoc explanations loading till something at 5%. Yeah, he thinks you have ad hoc. Minus for $2. Keith, please demonstrate pi used in a circle.
5 or 12, 15 degrees.
Never mind. Mark Zeus, Marek Zeus. See, I've got it right now for 10 PlayStation Network dollars. Usual Flerf and unusual Flerf and quite a normal conversation. Yeah, Keith is crazy as fuck, but at least he can have a normal conversation. Sci-Fi for $50.
I mean, some people are douchebags. This guy so far is not one of them. So.
Ask Keith about the ISS altitude calculation I sent on Discord using the metadata of a photo to calculate the altitude. What do you think about the fact that one of my personal friends has actually himself calculated the distance to the ISS using his own observations?
What does he have? 200 or what?
A liar.
It would be Red's rhetoric, and he did it using parallax and maths, which is undeniable.
Well, math is undeniable. I don't know about pixels because I saw pixels very particular.
Yeah, pixels are math. You can count the pixels, and that's math. Like 1 pixel, 2 pixel, 3 pixel. That's definitely math.
Right, 4, 5, 6, 7 pixels. I think I kind of get it. Yeah, but I still would rather kind of stay away from the pixels when it comes to actually trying to gauge how.
Why, if that's an accurate way of measuring, why would you?
I don't know if it is. I just don't know if it is. Let me say it that way. I just personally don't know if it is.
But it definitely is. Right. So not.
But right quick. Well, hold on. Right quick. So we're talking about the altitude. What's the altitude? 200,000 or what? What was the altitude? I think they calculated it within like 0.4% of what it actually was. I'm not sure of the exact figures off the top of my head.
What the claimed altitude is.
What's the claim altitude? You know what I'm asking. Brainy know.
I'm talking. Well, we know how you guys. We know what you guys are thinking when we're saying certain words, right? So
I think they calculated it at 404 kilometers, and the official says 408 kilometers. But obviously that changes a little bit.
Okay.
Calculate your mama at 400 kilometers. Yeah. Sorry.
So no worries. Then we've got Mikey Riot for £5 says FTFE, please make Keith work out pi live or walk him through a practical example step by step. I think Keith maybe understands now that I'm right about pi and it's definitely what we're told. Nothing really to deny there, right? You can't change a ratio. A ratio is a ratio is a ratio.
Exactly. Your ratio is a ratio is a ratio. Do you have the right ratio is the question.
Yes, we do. The ratio is 3.14159265359. So
I want to jump in really quickly in the middle of this and tell everybody out there something very technical to look at is if you're having problems with your computer audio, just the one thing that I fixed everything the other day, and it's very simple. If you have NVIDIA audio drivers, they when you have an NVIDIA graphics card, they put NVIDIA HD audio drivers. You'll see them in your devices. And if you're not using the HDMI port to run to a TV and actually play sound from your graphics card to a TV, then uninstall that shit because it's known to have conflicts with Realtek. And I used to have like the screen. Remember FTFE? I'd complain that you would skip, like you would freeze and skip constantly. And I was like, that's so ridiculous. Well, as soon as I fixed that problem, once I found that out and I uninstalled the NVIDIA drivers, this is perfect now. In fact, everything works better. So that's a common thing that nobody knows about.
I'm going to answer it with a cool story, bro.
No, just anybody. Hey, listen, you might even check your shit. I bet you're running NVIDIA drivers. They install automatically.
Yeah, I use the whole NVIDIA thing through the NVIDIA broadcast.
Well, if you're
Anyway,
using it for the TV, then you got a problem there, right? So, anyways, hey, listen, people, that'll save people a lot of trouble. I'm telling you right now, that's a big tip.
Give me a chance to have a
solved a
smoke
lot
while
of
you went
problems.
on the rant anyway. So, Minus for $2
that's not
says,
good.
I think Keith is confused between pie and American pie. You know, pie's not just something you eat, right, Keith? You do know that.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Right. Robert Williams for
Hey,
$4.99 says,
well, you should speak to him on his terms because he's not very intelligent. That's like he's saying dumb it down for the guy. Which hey, listen, I didn't say that. This fan.
Hey, hold on. Hey, let me tell you something right now. Anybody want to say dumb it down? Come in that group. Get in that group and get in with me. Okay, don't just come in here talking from the side, from the chat now. Don't be no bitch from the side panel. Come in that group and come face me and let's deal with it. I'll say it like that.
I knew I'd fire him up. Sorry, go ahead.
Will you accept the answers, though, Keith? That's the question. Robert Williams for $4.99 says, a rational number is a number that can be expressed as a ratio of two whole numbers, and a rational cannot. Yeah, that is exactly what it is. Justin Noeth for $5. How does Keith use pi over 12, meaning 15 degrees, when his own number for pi is different than the pi used in pi over 12?
Well, no. That number would have nothing to do with that other number. That's two different numbers. The pi number would be a pi number. The pi over 12 and 15. See, this is exactly how I know you guys do not know trigonometry for you to do that right there, dude. Come on, man. 15 degrees, right? Or no?
Yeah. Oh my god. You're saying we don't know trigonometry when you're saying pi.
For you to do what you just did when they brought up that question, you do not. 15 degrees is always going to be 15 degrees. So what is that in pi? What is 15 degrees in pi?
What is 15 degrees in pi?
In pi, that's the question.
I don't think you know what pi is, dude.
I don't think you do either.
I mean, it's really good. I really am a fan of blueberry pie myself. A little whipped cream, vanilla ice cream.
So we don't know what pi is, do we, Mr. English? You don't even know.
Yes, of course we do. Pi is 3.14159265359. It's the ratio between the circumference and the diameter of a circle.
No, not that part. We do say 360 degrees equals. We do say 360 degrees equals 2 pi, do we not?
Well, yeah, but you don't say what is 15 degrees in pi.
What
pumpkin pie, you're right.
15 degrees in pi, that's based on that.
That question doesn't make any sense, Keith. Maybe try and
how
phrase the question in a
trying
particular way that makes
math?
some sense.
You do not know math. Wow. So you guys don't know that pi over 12 equals 15 degrees, bottom line. You don't know that pi over 6 equals 30 degrees. You don't know this, correct?
Keith, what is pi?
You don't know that pi over 2 equals 90 degrees. You do not know that pi over 3 equals 60 degrees. You do not know that pi over 4 equals 45 degrees, correct? You don't know this.
Are you talking about radians? I mean,
I'm either right or I'm wrong. Which one is it?
You're very wrong because you're saying things in such the wrong way. 1 over 12 pi radians equals 15 degrees. Not just 1 over 12 pi.
What? 15 degrees equals pi over 12. Bottom line.
1 over 12 pi radians equals 15. Oh, goodness me.
What's the difference, Craig? What is the difference? What is the difference between saying pi over 12 and 1 over 12?
Can you define a radian for me?
Jesus.
Can you?
Craig, what is the difference between pi over 12 and 1 over 12?
That's awesome.
Can you please explain that difference?
Oh my god.
What is the difference between pi over 12 and 1 over 12? Well, they would be a different number.
Oh.
You're talking about okay. Here we go.
Keith, do you know what a radian is?
Pi number translates into. That's not what I'm talking about, dude. Come on now. I'm talking about 1 pi. I'm talking 1 pi over 12.
So
when I say
159 over 12.
That means 1.
Right.
When I say pi over 12, that means 1.
You're missing out, Keith. Listen to me. You're missing out a word. You're missing out the word radians. It's not just 1 over 12 pi equals 15 degrees. It's 1 over 12 pi radians equals 15 degrees.
You can throw radians in there, but it's radians automatically whenever you do that.
No, it's not. That's kind of an important part of what you're doing.
If you don't say radians, what else is it?
It's not right.
It's degrees if you don't say radians.
Fuck me.
You can do it yourself, because I'm not doing it. Because, wow. It's like, what are you not getting?
How you didn't understand. Keith, I am currently reassessing how dumb I think you are. Radian.
Because right now you fucking up right now. You're not doing right.
Keith.
Get your shit right.
Keith. Right.
A radian is what it is when it's not a degree.
I'm going to read some more of the super chats. I'm going to Keith. I'm going to read some of the super chats, and maybe it'll help you.
Because don't come to me with your dumbass shit. I'm the math man. You better fucking learn.
You aren't the math man. You think that pi isn't pi.
But what else is it besides radians and degrees? You can't answer that.
Let me read some super chats. That is
read
the
them
thing.
all, then. Read those goddamn super chats trying to act like you don't math. You don't
Bombay
math.
for $5 Australian says, Keith, pi isn't what you think it is. Also, Keith, maths is undeniable. Gary Vex for $5 says, pi is always 3.141592653. If it's not, then it's not pi. The Spirit 84 for $2 said, some good tasty apple pie. And then for another $2 said, I like my pie at 350 degrees, thank you. Mark Zayance for 10 PlayStation Network dollars says, I'm making cheesecake tomorrow, counts as pie.
Give me a minute, I'll be back.
Calypsis for $5 says, no, 360 degrees equals 2 pi radians. Johnny Marr for £3 says, what is the pi of the pizza model Earth? Robert Williams for $1.99 says, 12 equals gallons, 3 equals liters. TBA Aftermath for 25 Hong Kong dollars said, what you said is so dumb that it caused the stream to crash. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of right of what he's saying, but the way he's saying it is wrong. And that's the important thing. I want him to understand that he is just parroting a bunch of stuff that he's heard without understanding any of the context kind of behind it. He's disappeared right now. Brainy, who's this you got on screen? I can't hear you.
Yeah, I muted myself. She came in and started talking. This is my little girl. Hello. Hi. Yeah. She's I guess mom ran out for 10 seconds to go drop something off. I think she told me she had to drop something else. So they were saying, I don't know where mom is. I'm like, she probably just ran out for a second. So yeah. We lost him. He got all angry.
Yeah.
Prometheus wasn't liking me interrupting. Well, Prometheus, the only thing I can say about that is if I don't interrupt a little bit, then there's really no point in being here. And then FTFE can just argue on his own with people, you know? And I mean that, you know, kindly and sincerely. Because, I mean, really, at some point, what am I doing? Just looking pretty? I mean, if you like looking at me, then I get it. I do, too. I look in the mirror a lot. But, you know what I mean? I mean, I got to do something with my night, too, buddy.
All right, part two.
You have a lot of fans that only want to hear you talk, FTFE, just so you know. You got that nice Karen hair going on, sweetie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, Kate, go back to her. I think it sounds like our Flerfs back. Go ahead.
All right, you're back.
It has a purple on.
I'm a bit of a smart math flat earth guy.
Yeah. Say that to me again and tell me what pi is, dude.
Now what you know it is?
Well, it is what it is. When you divide the circumference by the diameter, you get what pi is, and it never changes.
But you don't even know what that is, though. You're just repeating what they tell you. You don't even know what that is.
I know what pi is. When you do the calculation, you get pi. Keith, what don't you understand here? If you divide the circumference by a diameter, you get pi. And that number, that ratio, is 3.14159.
Disagree. There we disagree, but we agree on the first part, though.
Do the calculation then. Do it live. Take the circumference and the diameter of a circle and do the calculation and tell me what you get.
You wouldn't be able to do that live. What are you talking about? You would have to do that around an actual circle, right?
Well, take the circumference of any circle and what is the, and the known diameter of that circle, and then divide them on what you get. I've done it many times.
Whatever you get. I don't get your number.
So, Keith, what don't you understand here? Pi is a ratio, right? If you take the circumference, divide it by the diameter, you get pi. That number is what will come up.
Okay, let's try to get past this. Let me ask you this. Craig, would you argue with somebody who said that pi, if we know pi is 3.141, would you argue with somebody who says pi is 3.145?
No, that's kind of close.
That's pretty close, right?
I mean, it's 3.14. Hold on. It's 3.1416 technically, not 5.
Okay, sure. Yeah, technically. So my point is, like whatever my number is, it's close, but I'm not going to give it right now. I'm going to give it at that time when it's appropriate and due.
But that number doesn't change.
I guess we'll see. I guess when I give it out, they'll just slam it down, It'll be kicked and thrown into the rubbish bin.
The only way that you can debunk it is to take the circumference, divide it by the diameter, and get a number other than pi.
We will go. I will go over that with them at that time. I will promise you, Greg. Okay, I promise you.
I can tell you that I've done that many times. I can tell you, Keith, that I've done that many times myself, and you get pi.
Okay.
It doesn't change.
Fine. No argument. So no argument. There it is. That's the answer.
Right. I mean, I don't understand. It blows my mind, honestly.
There's a lot about y'all I don't understand. I don't try to figure it out. I really just let it go. Try to do that yourself.
So, I mean, let's just be clear, dude. You can't debunk pi. It's a ratio that doesn't change. A lot of engineering depends on the fact that we know what pi is. So, yeah.
It's in the ballpark. It's definitely the ballpark. But here's the
no, it's right. It's 100% right, and it never changes.
No problem. But let's agree with this. You guys jump on the fact that Scripture says 3, and it is 3 point. It is a 1.6, a 1.4, right? Sure, no problem. But it's still
3's wrong though. No, it's not. 3's wrong.
But you can't say it's grossly wrong. That's my point. You can't say at that point something throws it out. Come on now.
It's about 12% off. It's pretty bad.
What? Oh my gosh! No, if it's 1.4, how's it even 12? It would have to be divided by 3. It would have to be 14 divided by 3 if you weren't even trying to say something like that. Come on now.
Right. So.
So what? 4.9 near 5 or something like that. Come on now.
It's maybe 7% off. It's off. It's off enough to not be accurate. It's very off.
It's on enough for that.
It's about 5% off. Sorry, I did the calculation in my head wrong.
If you come through Scripture, you should be able to see that. Okay, this.
Well, no, it's literally wrong. If you were told that pi is 3, you would get stuff wrong.
To a degree, but you would still know the other parts. Come on now, that's what I'm saying. Yes, okay, sure. It's not exactly 3.
Well,
but
I mean,
you can't say it's not.
But there's lots of other things in Scripture that don't make sense. Like, we don't just have to talk about that. I mean, bushes don't talk to you. Snakes don't talk. The sun doesn't stop in the sky. There is never a global flood.
One time I did a lot of mushrooms, and the bushes were talking to me, but that is a slightly different story.
Stop that sun, son. Come on now.
No, again, the sun doesn't stop in the sky. And here's the thing. At the time that apparently happened, other civilizations like the Egyptians actually noted that there was an eclipse and that the sun never stopped in the sky. So why would the sun only stop in the sky for one particular area and not everywhere else? What they saw was an eclipse in the sky, and they went, oh, looks like the sun stopped. But no, it didn't stop, because that never happens, and it has never ever happened again. And also, again, snakes don't talk and bushes don't talk. So,
well, I mean, that's the point of miracles and first times, right? We used to talk to the snake, now we don't anymore.
I mean, I remember the fun of my first time, but I think we're talking about different things.
Yeah. Hey, Brainy, do you want to ask? Do you want to laugh? Ask Keith to explain eclipses to you.
Ooh. Explain it. Wait, did I just miss this or something? Explain eclipses to me real quick.
I've seen him talk about it on Facebook, and I just love. It's the next question I wanted, Keith. Is right. I'm going to let you and Brainy have this discussion, but Keith, my assertion here is that there is absolutely no way to explain the eclipses on the flat Earth. Brainy, over to you.
But Brady, over to me. You just passed over to me. This is your assumption. And I'm kidding. He's going to explain his place first, then I get to laugh.
All right, go on then, Keith. Tell us what an eclipse is.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm assuming. Oh yeah, look at that big, beautiful flat plane. I'm assuming you mean the lunar eclipse and not the solar.
Either. There's no explanation on flat Earth for either.
Oh yes, it is. Oh well, yeah. For lunar, I mean, for solar is easier because it's as the moon goes around in rotation. I think it's a 5-degree increase on the full moon and a 5% decrease on the new moon. It's the same thing on the flat Earth. Same thing. So the moon comes up under the Earth. The moon comes up under the Earth for the solar eclipse, so it blocks it that way.
Oh, my brain.
Which should be the same thing as yours, so I'm not exactly sure why the brain freeze comes in. But then for the other one, it becomes, we think a third body comes down to block the passage of the sun.
Did you just say that the moon goes under the Earth, like under the flat Earth? Is what you're saying?
The same thing happens with the globe, though. It's so how to say this?
Except that makes no sense because that doesn't make any sense. I mean,
okay,
you're talking about when the moon's not.
Okay, hold on. So one thing at a time. You do admit that on the globe Earth it goes up 5% and down 5%, correct? Over the sun.
Well, it traverses. Yeah, of course.
Right. Okay. We got that part. Okay. Now, so what's the next part you're talking about that doesn't make? Because obviously that part made sense. So that's not what you meant. This is why you guys need to be a little bit clearer in your speech. What part did not make sense?
Are you so you're talking about the time of the month when there is no moon, basically, like where it's new moon or whatever the term is for it when it's like gone, like because like the thing is you could see the moon while we're not seeing the moon, somebody else is. So the thing is, it's really hard to make an explanation for the moon. So what are we talking about specifically here?
Whoa.
Okay, you're talking about so you're talking about the one where it's blotted out because the sun is on, because of the orientation of everything.
Yeah, that's one version that we're talking about. That's the solar eclipse.
Yeah, okay. So then how do you explain the nights when the sun, where the atmosphere is lit up enough that you actually do get enough of a glow off the Earth that you can see the new moon? Because there are nights where you can't deny that happens. Everybody's walked along in the middle of the night, looked up and went, holy look at that, you can actually see the fucking moon. And you can even see the parts that are, when it's up there in the sky and it's half a moon, there are times when it glows enough that you can see the dark part of the moon. So, like, there are times when you can't see the moon, but you can see the moon. So, like, it just doesn't make any sense, because you got to remember there's always somebody on the other side of the planet. So, you know what I mean?
I would have to see those pictures. I've never seen the pictures of a new moon that people.
Okay, I got a question for you. I like to ask. So the question I like to ask is, if there is tides, and we know that the Atlantic, let's pick the Atlantic. We know that you can take a boat from New York to London. Okay, and we also know that the tides are such that there can be a low tide in one. Now I'd have to find the specific spot, because if you go far enough along, you get to another high tide or low. You know what I mean? But basically, we can go somewhere along that coastline in America, and we can find a low tide at the same time as we find a high tide on the opposite shore of the ocean. Now, the thing about that is, how would that occur without the water creating a curve somewhere? If you could explain to me how essentially a bathtub, being a more model-sized thing that we can look at on a scale that humans are able to perceive a bit better, what you're telling me is that you can have water that's an inch lower on one side of the bath than the other, and the water at no point creates a curve along that path. And so somewhere along the way, the water would have to bluntly stop off and drop off like this, or there would have to be a path, like a curve in the water over a long period, to create a high and a low tide. And I hate that answer. It's a dynamic system, because that's basically saying I have no clue. Please don't ask me any more questions.
Well, that actually sounded like the Dion Smo answer to the whole fact. Because Dion got your boy Craig know about it. Dion he has his whole video with being in the tub, doing the whole tide thing, doing it like that.
That's so bad.
He's doing it the way he's supposed to do it.
Who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Dion? Are we talking about what's his name? Which one? Oh, that fucking douche. Oh, now
yeah, the one that sat in a bathtub and said,
yeah, okay,
because he moves and there's tides.
Yeah, but that's fucking ridiculous. Like, we're talking about enough water change. We're talking about enough water change that you can walk out into some areas where it clears out to the point where you can walk where you were fishing like 10 hours prior, and you can pick up the oysters off of the ocean floor. And meanwhile, if you go far enough along, somebody else is going, holy shit, there's a lot of water coming in here. Fuck, quick, kids, pick up the shit. Right. Fucking water's coming. Like, that's right. So the thing is, that whole waves in a pool. No. Tides are on top of waves. That explanation is basically trying to just say, it's kind of a non-answer. You're laughing because it's true. I mean, let's face it.
I'm just throwing it.
Hey, I like you. You're able to say certain things when you know it's like, yeah, fair enough. It's kind of fucked up. Yeah, hey, at least you're able to do that, right?
Brainy, I'm the guy here. I'm the 2.0 leader, man.
You're the man.
The 2.0 leader, man.
You kind of one thing he said there, which I was hoping you would jump on, was that he said that a third body comes down for like a solar
Right.
eclipse.
So here we go for lunar.
You're right. Now I remember him saying that, but my ADHD doesn't allow me to jump on anything. I'll move off into like squirrels, and we'll talk about bark on trees if you don't watch out. So you got to guide me. So I'm okay with you telling me, reminding me about that.
Have you seen the? Have you seen the? I think it's the. Shoot, my Quetzalcoatl peoples. Oh my goodness.
Are we talking about Nibiru?
Mayan.
Nibiru.
Mayan. Okay, but Mayan. Have you seen the Mayan calendar?
I know there's a Mayan calendar. I've not extensively looked at it. No.
So, but just if you ever look at their portrayal of a flat Earth, there will be the sun and the moon, and then there will be a third body coming down in the middle. So every now and then, that's what's supposed to give the lunar eclipses. Can I say for sure that's it, without a doubt? Hey, you guys, look, this is the XYZ body. No, I cannot do that. I can only give you that's our leaning. We're going over here. We say that, there's a third body that comes down.
So if I chisel something into a wall somewhere, that means that it is etched in human history as the correct answer. That's the thing. Like, just because, like, they used to do a lot of shit. Now, don't get me wrong, leeches still, when I say this, leeches have a legitimate use in certain, they're starting to go back to using leeches in certain medical things because they have
blood out.
But they also used to come in and go, doctor, I'm coughing blood, and the guy'd be like, fucking leeches. He'd fucking throw them at your face, basically.
Right.
Because they didn't know any better. And even now, like, it's a fact. When you go to China, actually, I watched this channel called I haven't watched them in 2 years now, so maybe they don't even have a channel anymore. You're not supposed to be a YouTuber in China. Google's banned. So they VPN it, and who knows. But they're YouTubers out of China, and they're Americans that are married to 2 Chinese women. And they said that the doctors there, because the education to some of the doctors is a little less than you would expect in some places, they said that if you go in with like a cold or something in China, they'll give you an IV drip of antibiotics, which is probably why these diseases tend to come from there, because that's the wrong fucking approach. But that's what they'll do, because the doctor doesn't know the difference between like a viral infection and a bacterial infection. Well, antibiotics don't do fucking nothing for viral infection, and we could get into whether viruses are real or not if you're one of those people. That's not the conversation today. But assuming they are, the antibiotics don't do shit for viruses. Your body has to fight it out now. So, but meanwhile, you go into a Chinese, clinic, and apparently there's all the people hooked up to IVs getting their bag of antibiotics because the doctors are like, I don't know, give them antibiotics. And so just because they do something, and even culturally, just because they accept something as the norm, it doesn't mean that they were right to do it. It just means that there's a lack of education. And let's face it, when the sun went down every night and you didn't know a lot about where it went, you just went, that motherfucker went down. Holy shit, it's never coming up again. And you just and then it came up in the morning, you went, oh, fuck, thank God. Holy shit. I was worried there. Were you worried? Because I didn't know it would come back up again. But once you know that it's always going to come back up again, people stop being concerned with the sun coming back up again. That's why you don't go to sleep every night hoping the sun's going to come up again. You know it will.
That's understandable. But Craig doesn't seem to understand that it still has a pi over 12 movement. Okay, 15 degrees, and it does. I'm just saying.
Well, we went through that, but anyways, I'll talk all day.
Like I was saying, you're Keith,
back in here.
Keith,
He's got his hair. I'm losing mine.
I'm not denying that. Like you're technically correct, but it's the way that you're saying the things is wrong. Like that's what I was trying to get at.
You would have to explain that then.
Okay.
Like 5 or 12 equals 50 degrees is what that is. Like there is no explaining that. That's just what it is. There's nothing to explain. It is what it is in trigonometry. It's what it is. Like, there's nothing beyond that. It's like a child asking why. Hey, dude, we're at the end of our whys. This is what it is. And if you don't say radians, it is automatic.
Yeah,
and it's either radians or degrees.
I mean, like I said, I wasn't denying that, but radians is an important part of what you're saying. It's pi over 12 radians equals...
Radians. That's the point.
No, it's not when you automatically say it. I mean,
they have to specifically say degrees for it to not be radians. That's why I asked you. If it's not degrees and it's not radians, what is it? Nothing.
Well, it could be anything. Why do you think that teachers make Keith? Why do you think teachers make such an issue about saying, like, what unit are you using? All right. when you don't say the right things, when you just say
Right,
numbers
because
and
they're
answers.
Because they're teachers, and teachers are assholes most of the time. Let's be honest. They're not really trying to teach you.
But it's important when
Let's be
that
real.
you say things correctly, and this goes back to flat earthers
Right.
saying that the Earth rotates at 1,000 miles an hour at the
Right.
equator. No, it doesn't. It doesn't rotate at 1,000 miles an hour because
equator?
that
At
no.
the equator?
No, it doesn't, because that's not how you measure rotational velocity. You can't rotate in miles per hour. Do you understand?
It can go both, right? Yes, it can go both. It can be 15 degrees as far as angular velocity, but then you can also say that the arc length is 1,000 miles per hour. You can do both, Greg.
Yeah,
It's
no, but
not
you
one or the
can't.
other.
You can't rotate in miles per hour. That's
You're saying when
you-
the arc moved. You're just saying when the point moved. That's what you're saying. You're saying when the point moved.
Yeah,
So
but
when you give it that 15
that's the
degree
thing,
movement, they're trying to figure out what's the actual distance.
You don't measure rotation in miles per hour. That is a linear, tangential velocity.
Go back to trigonometry.
It's wrong to say that you are rotating at 1,000 miles an hour. It's just grammatically and mathematically incorrect, and that is my point.
It is called arc length. You are correct with the 15 degrees. That part is correct. But you are missing the part where you multiply pi over 12 for 15 degrees times the radius to give you an actual distance length. That's what you're missing.
Again, but that doesn't mean that you measure like in miles per hour for rotation. You don't measure in miles per hour for rotation. That is not
It
a
means it's
rotational
there.
velocity.
It means it's there as a possible
Right.
answer
All right.
to it.
No, all that needs to happen, right, is that flat earthers need to say it right. Flat earthers need to say at the equator there's a tangential velocity of 1,000 miles an hour. I'd agree with them that that is true. But to say you are rotating at 1,000 miles an hour is just incorrect. It's wrong.
But okay, maybe they don't say tangential, but they do say at the equator, and that's where you guys still jump.
Yeah, and no one disagrees with that.
Equator, though.
No
At
one
the equator?
No one disagrees
Yes, it
that
does
at
at the equator.
no one disagrees. Keith, listen. Nobody is disagreeing that at the equator there is a tangential linear velocity of 1,000 miles an hour.
Oh,
Nobody
right,
has
okay,
ever
okay.
disagreed with that.
guys
Ever,
do it all the
right?
time,
But
okay.
what? No, we don't disagree. What we disagree with is people saying that we rotate at 1,000 miles an hour, just because that is wrong. That is the wrong thing to say. It's not. It's literally. It breaks my mind every time someone says, "Oh, you're rotating at 1,000 miles an hour," because you can't rotate in a linear tangential velocity. Say it
Well, I
right.
wanna-
Say we're rotating at 0.0694. No, sorry, 0.00694 RPM. Say that instead, because that's right.
Well, I don't wanna,
Or
like,
say
stick on
at
it.
the equator
They
the
are-
ground has a
they are,
tangential
though.
velocity of 1,000 miles an hour. Say that. That would
Correct.
be right. But if you don't say it
Correct.
right, I'm gonna point
Every
out
time
that
I
you're
hear
wrong.
it, every time I hear it, I keep saying them say at the equator. You guys keep saying that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. But I'm hearing these guys say at the equator. They're
Yeah,
saying at
okay.
the equator.
The
So, I mean,
equator,
why-
yeah, it's still wrong to say that you are rotating at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. It's
No,
still
it's not.
wrong to say that.
No, it's not.
Because you can't, Keith, you're not listening to me. It's wrong
It's the same
because
half hand on that Albert hand. No, it's not.
it's a tangential velocity, not a rotational velocity. Therefore, it is wrong to say you are rotating at 1,000 miles an hour because you cannot rotate in miles per hour. That is my point.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
Say it
I'm gonna tell
correctly.
you like this. I'm gonna tell you like this. All I know is trigonometry language. So I don't even know that language. And I know in trigonometry language, it's an arc length. That's what I know.
Yeah, and you
There's the
still
angular
don't rotate
velocity.
in miles per hour. It's not right. It's just not
Fine.
right to say it.
Fine, but it's still the point moved from this point to the other point.
Yeah,
It's
but
still
that's
how
the
far
thing.
was that.
Nobody has ever disagreed. No globe earther has ever disagreed that at the equator the Earth is moving technically at 1,000 miles an hour, because that's right. No one's ever
It
going to
comes
say
across
that's
it-
wrong.
It comes across that way. Let me say it that way. It comes across.
Well,
that way.
no. It comes across that way because flat earthers don't understand how to say things correctly and how physics works. That's why it comes across that way. Everybody in the world that understands physics knows that that's what it means. And when flat earthers come up and say the Earth's rotating at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, no, it's not. You're wrong. Stop being dumb. Simple as that.
What else we got, man? Let's get some big fish. What big fish we got out here, man?
Well, so you don't have an explanation for Coriolis. You don't have an explanation for eclipses.
Well, I'm not giving it yet. I'm not giving Coriolis yet. Eclipses, well, you can accept or not accept the third body for the lunar. If you
Okay,
want.
well, how does an invisible body block light?
the same way as it does. Wait a minute, am I wrong? Okay, I don't know exactly how to do this, but between Predator and the Klingons, the way they do their ships when they do that like that type of invisible.
You're talking about cloaking technology in sci-fi movies. Please don't try and use that as evidence against the globe.
That's the best I got for you, dude. It's not that you have to accept it. It's just that's what I've got. That's all there is to it. You don't have to accept it.
Show me a working cloaking device, please.
Oh, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be so awesome? Do you realize how fast your views would fall and melt away if you could see that? Maybe that's why you don't see that, huh?
Brainy. He's using Star Trek and Klingon and Romulans having cloaking devices as an argument against the globe Earth. I don't know what to do.
Look, you don't have to accept it. I'm just bringing up. Okay, you asked.
Like the truth in media thing? Is that what we're getting into now? Is it like a Russian vids kind of argument? Or?
You don't even want to go there, Brandy. Oh my goodness, we can go so deep into that.
But that's where you're going, so you know.
So Keith, an important question, just quickly. Picard or Kirk?
Oh man, I'm gonna go with Kirk for American. I like Picard though, man. I grew up with Picard. I'm not gonna lie. I like the English. Don't get me wrong.
Picard was French.
Oh really? Okay, European.
Hey, his name's fucking Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It was. That's my
Brainy,
bad.
Picard or Kirk?
Oh, that's a hard battle, boy. I don't know. That's hard. I'm very much in the middle.
I mean,
Picard
was later.
But Kirk was OG. Good because it was the original, and there's lots of good classics in there. Picard was good for his own right. I think each one had their own style. That's a fucking battle, boy. That's not an easy decision like pineapple, no pineapple. Right. You know, on pizza.
I think we all know who the best captain was, though. It's always going to be Cisco, right?
Uh-oh.
I think that Deep Space Nine could suck a big set of.
Get the fuck out! Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek by far.
So slow. Why would we want
get out?
To
All of you fucking get out!
Why?
Because it's amazing.
The same place?
They're right at the Dominion invasion, the Cardassian occupation. It's amazing. Fuck off.
You know what?
Anyway. You know what? Let me do some super chats.
Voyager Janeway.
But we didn't know it. We didn't really know it at the time. We just didn't know. That's all.
Listen, I've watched every single effing Star Trek. I just didn't like the Deep Space Nine as much.
No, Deep Space Nine is my favorite. My wife and I are watching it.
I know that's a big one. That's a big one. People love it. But I actually would say Voyager because of 7 of 9.
Right, let's get back to Flat Earth.
To do my thing in the bathroom after watching a good episode of 7 of 9, you know?
Yeah. Let's get back to Flat Earth. Yes, 7 of 9 was hot as fuck. TBPA Aftermath for 25 Hong Kong dollars says that what Keith said was so dumb he crashed the stream for a little bit. That's correct. 3 Ron for $5 says, who in their right mind trusted Brainy to have a kid? Yeah, did you need like some special like discompensation for that, Brainy? Like, how did you need a note from your doctor? He's no idea that we're roasting him right now.
No. Sorry, I was telling one of your fans to go to hell.
Yeah, you ain't got to dance for that money, Brainy. You ain't got to dance for that money.
I dance for money on my channel.
The Spirit 84 for $10 says, hi Mini Brainy, Daddy is talking to the world's most underdeveloped people to ever claim Earth as a home. Remember to eat your pie or end up like this guy. That's advice for your child there. They must eat their pie. It's good advice.
Unless your fan was joking, at which point I was joking too. But he said, run along home, Beaver. So, I told him to suck my dick. Sorry.
Adrenochrome Slurper for €5 says slurp. Only come here if you bring enough for everybody. Minus for $2 says...
I haven't seen Discovery, actually. That's a good point.
Discovery's great.
I'm lying. I haven't seen Discovery. I was watching the Orville. So,
how good's Orville?
Oh, God, it's so good. Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
Mandelbrot set is absolutely right. Nobody on DS9 could act, especially the woman that played fucking Kira. And just another sidebar about Star Trek. So many of DS9's episodes were directed by fucking Jonathan Frakes, William Riker.
And he's saying they ripped off Babylon 5.
But like, at what point when Jonathan Frakes is directing and Kira's doing her fucking awful pretending to cry, is he like, brilliant, that's it, we got it, that's the cut, well done, job's done, guys? No, fuck's sake. Anyway, Minus for $2 says his number is waiting for a Nobel Prize. Pie is pie, Keith. KLW in for $5. Every Keith deserves an apology from idiot Keith. Keith, do you want to say sorry to other Keiths right now?
Hey, I want y'all bitch asses to see me in that chat room, and then y'all talk to all this bullshit that you're gonna talk, and let's see how I go then.
Oh, you could be in the chat arguing.
Just somebody
as
said
well.
Discovery sucks.
Season 1 and 2 of Discovery were a bit, but season 3 fucking kicked ass. Fight me. Justin Noav for $5 says, I have a controversial opinion. I want Keith's expertise on Craig. 360 degrees of a circle is tau, not 2 pi. Troll face sarcasm.
Sci-Fi apparently had sent me it too, but he sent you like an image, I guess, of Ottawa in Canada that was taken from the space station, and I guess with the angle of the lens, it proves that that they have to be the altitude they are because he did the math. But the only thing is that you could crop a photo and change that, because isn't that the argument at that point? You would just say, well, it could be cropped, right? Would that not? I mean, if you were going to say they were lying, FTFE.
I guess
I don't know if you have the photo he sent you. I can send it to you if you don't.
I don't know. For Keith, I did some math.
The reality is,
I'll bring up
y'all
that
gotta go
after.
back to KC to come up with me. Okay.
If you wanted to bring it up, just I pointed it out.
I will. I'll finish the super chats and then I'll bring that up for Keith as well. Thank you, Scythe.
Everybody.
So we've got Gary Vex for $5. If everyone has their own interpretation of pi, does that mean everyone has their own interpretation of when March the 14th, Pi Day, happens each year?
No, because you guys do not have my intelligence, so you do not get to make up a pie. I do. Okay, you do not. Move on. Next.
Cool. So because you're smarter, you get to change pi. Roger. Bombay for $5 Australian says, Craig, 2 times 2 equals 4. Right. Keith, it might be, but I'm going to do the calculation to get back to you. Pretty much it. Right. We will get back to the super chats there.
Mika. Hi, Mika. I just approved your comment way up in the stream. Thank you very much.
Right. Brainy.
Channel.
I'm going to hand over to you, and I'm going to say, ask Keith any question you want to about the flat Earth. Try and get him to explain some natural phenomenon.
Holy shit! Nobody told me this was going to happen. What I don't know. I did the bathtub thing. I mean, what else would I? Oh, dude, God, have we done them all?
5 years. We've gone over everything in these 5 years, man. This 2.0 version that we're doing, from my point of view, we're going to be math related. We're going to catch you in the math. If anything math you want to go over, let's go over that. But, I mean, other than that, what else will we really... It's been 5 years. What else can we really do new?
Keith, explain how we've got a pressure gradient. Go.
Oh, God, I gave up on that. Honestly, one. Maybe because I was dealing with Spursky too much. It was like bashing ahead.
Right. Hey, my man Spurs been on that one. I have not exactly gone on that one yet. I haven't exactly gone into why they keep saying what they're saying. Because I kind of think the way you guys think. Well, if it's an enclosed system, it'll just do it just lower down here. But they seem to be saying something else.
Where that Spurs has been caught manipulating stuff and using it, film and stuff.
And like laughing at a dead person.
Well, that one aside, but Well, that one aside, he's been caught manipulating footage and then trying to claim it as genuine. Now, he claims he didn't make that footage, but he was happy to present it as evidence.
No, hold on. Now, is this the Reds footage that was clipped and then he used it or something like that?
It was pretty obviously clipped, though. So, I mean, it's and then, you get people. Go ahead.
He was going with his boy. He was going with his boy. That's all it was. He was just saying, oh, hey, my man did it.
Yeah, but what it shows is that you can tell a flat earther anything, and they will go with it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, FTFE could walk up to me and say some crazy shit, and I might be like, "Oh, sweet, I'll look into that," and I may look into it, but I might walk away going like, "Fuck, I think FTFE is starting to lose his shit." Like, because
I mean, that happened a while ago.
But the problem is, I mean, JM proved it too. One of the guys brought negative exponents, or what is it? Brought the video to Jam and said, "Oh yeah, they don't line up at all. The timestamps are off. They don't." And he didn't even manipulate anything. He just told them they didn't work. Jam came in with the fucking evidence of the flat Earth and everything and presented it. He had nothing to present because he didn't even look at it. He just assumed. He said, "Oh, I heard what I want to hear. Must be right." And that's what flat earthers do constantly. They hear what they want to hear and they roll with it.
But it's not that globe people don't do that either. Now, come on now.
It's both
Well, yeah,
ways.
we've got facts.
No, I look into things. You can tell me some crazy shit, and I'm going to look into it. I don't care what you fucking say to me. I listen. I take it in. I take a certain degree of it. Now, I might been caught up on things where I get into that's some crazy shit. There's a fucking footprint in that thing. Yeah, okay. And hoaxes happen, and everybody likes to have a little whimsy in their minds. Right. We all like to imagine there's something more magical occurring than there is at times. But the reality is, when you sit back and you actually look at these things objectively, there's a legitimate answer. I mean, look at the ones that are a flat earther on Twitter the other day was saying, oh, geoengineering. And I said something I said, oh, you're crazy. He said, oh, don't you know? It's documented. Geoengineering is a thing. And I'm like, fucking bravo. Geoengineering's a thing. That doesn't mean that every goddamn horseshoe, you know what I mean? I said, what corner of your beautiful mind room did the string come from so we can tie it to everything ever?
So what you're saying is that it's not necessarily bad, which I agree with.
No, geoengineering is a way to try and fix
geoengineering
things.
is as simple as them when they used to fly biplanes above
salt into the
cattle fields that were dried out, and they would spread salt. What is it? Silver. They use silver something or other. It's a chemical, but it's a silver something. Anyways, they spread it through the clouds, and what it does. It creates seeding. All it is it's you can think, oh, it's chemicals, they induce rain. All they do is they create a seed point so that the rain has somewhere to start forming. Because what happens a lot of times is you can get into these situations where the clouds are thick and dark and they just keep going by and leaving no rain at all. They keep taking it away. So then they can get to the point where they literally would fly up there with a biplane and they would spread this, they'd spray it out of some canisters and they would spread it around through the clouds. And next thing you know, it would start raining. And sometimes they could get this shit really to, because the clouds would just start releasing, and once they started going, they would just be like, here you go. So it really did make a big difference, and that's the simplest form of geoengineering. And we geoengineer our own planet by pumping carbon dioxide out, thickening the atmosphere. I mean,
I
it's
agree
all
with you. I'm just saying, I agree with you.
Yeah, but they take it to the next level. Oh, geoengineering. It's like, oh, come on. So there's a document that talks about silvering the air, Anyways, go ahead.
I'm trying to get them to see that it's not even bad. It's something to do. It's not even a bad thing. It depends how you do it.
It depends on how you use it. Exactly. If you're geoengineering and it's causing problems, then that's fine. But if you're just simply like I said, the simplest form is just getting it to rain. Well, I mean, you could argue there's some places that could use some rain.
Right.
I mean, listen, if Nathan Thompson wants to keep eating fucking almonds, then he's going to need some fucking rain in California. I can tell you that right now. Because pretty soon, Nathan Thompson's not going to have no almonds for his goddamn salad.
Right. Keith, one of the guys in the chat asked a question. But do you think the ISS... Do you think the ISS is up there at 460 kilometers? Yes or no?
Oh, well, I agree it's up there. That's all I can say.
At 460 kilometers.
I do not know. I do not know the exact height up.
Okay.
That. Come on now. You know we're going to have difference with height.
So Sci-Fi he says he did a rough calculation on this photo. It was taken with a Nikon D5 and an 800mm lens. Using the land features, the vertical field of view is about 13.5 kilometers, and the angular field of view is the 800mm lens on a D5 is 1.7 degrees. Putting the numbers into a triangle calculator makes the legs of it about 457 kilometers long. So with the metadata in the photo, it shows that this has to be taken from 457 kilometers up. So what do you say to that? This is evidence of the distance up that it is using just that photograph.
I would say there's no way anybody on the ground could know that.
Okay, whether it was on the ground or not is irrelevant. This shows that this photograph was taken from that height.
Well, I can definitely see that the photo is taken from up there. I get that
At
point.
457 kilometers, yes.
All I can say is up there. So I get that part. What I cannot know is how somebody from the ground can relate to me how high up it was.
Well, Red Rhetoric did that. He showed you by using parallax calculations that you could quite easily calculate the distance to the International Space Station. And the interesting thing is that what Scythe has done here with that photograph matches what Reds did with Astronomy Live and the parallax measurements, which matches what NASA tell us that it is. So why do all these independent things all match what we're told if the ISS isn't at that altitude?
Okay, well, now you kind of set yourself up for your own question. If they're telling us it is that height,
and it is not that height, you kind of explained it yourself because that's what they want to tell you.
But
if that's what it is, this is based off of what you said.
But the measurements, right? This picture, Red's Rhetoric's own observations, and what NASA tell us all match
that's not
up.
Red's picture, though.
But what I'm saying is that what the calculations done just on this picture match what Reds did with his own calculations of parallax.
If I don't have the calculations, how do I know?
I've shown you the calculations.
No. Everybody needs to see these calculations so they can see exactly how, from this picture, somebody would know it's that high.
It's written there on the screen. He told you because.
Okay, I can't see it, but okay.
I read it out to you as well. So using the land features, the vertical field of view is about 13.5 kilometers, and the angular field of view is 1.7 degrees. Putting the numbers into a triangle calculator makes the legs of it about 457 kilometers long. So just with those calculators, you can calculate how far away from the ground it is, which again matches what we are told by all the other things.
You know, honestly, you guys say this matches way too often, so I have to look at it. You guys say that way too often. I don't like.
I mean,
that.
it does. Again, Reds did his own calculations.
Yeah, but everything matches. We're looking at a building.
But
that matches the curve. We're looking at
that's the thing, Keith. When you do these independent measurements and they do match, what does that suggest?
Y'all not all that smart. Y'all not all that smart, so I don't believe.
What do you mean we're not all that smart? It's on the screen how he did it for you.
I spoke very plainly. You guys are not all that smart. So for all of you to just know this information, I have a problem with it. I'm like, no.
So,
I'll go over it and I'll go check.
I've got a degree in physics and a degree in nuclear engineering. I think I'm pretty smart.
Okay, I'm not knocking you, Craig. But don't act like all of y'all
Brainy Beaver like literally works with HVAC pressure systems and installs them in house, and you know it's what he does for a living. He's pretty fucking smart. Red's Rhetoric used his own observations to calculate the distance to the speed. Hold on, Keith. Hold on. Let me finish. Right, Red's Rhetoric used his own calculations with his own equipment to calculate the distance, speed, and size of the ISS. He's pretty fucking smart. Dr. Bob in this community is a literal fucking doctor and pilot. He's pretty fucking smart. Slife DK, the guy that literally did these calculations and then sent them to me, that means he's pretty fucking smart. Don't tell us the ones that can actually do the calculations aren't smart when you didn't know that pi is the ratio between the circumference and the diameter of a circle. You dumb fuck.
You stupid. Don't know.
You stupid.
You don't know.
You stupid. You stupid.
You stupid. You don't even know that 15 degrees is pi over 12. Shut the fuck up. You talking all this bullshit like you know something. All you can do is hit a fucking repeat on the button because you ain't got shit. Because I got the real math, son. I'm the real west side out this bitch.
The real math. Tell me what pi is again, bitch.
Crab up under my knees trying to talk to me all this rich tough talk like you know some shit. You don't know a goddamn thing, though.
Yeah, cool. So if I've got a triangle... If I've got a triangle with sides 1, 1, and 1, what are the internal angles? What are the internal angles of a triangle with sides 1, 1, and 1? Hey, Keith, what's the internal angles of a triangle with sides of 1, 1, and 1?
Any of you in any of your degrees, you will not beat me. I am the political science major.
Keith,
I am the Greek historian. I am the philosopher.
Keith, you're a nut bar.
I'm a dumb flat earther, and I don't beneath my heel. Science. Because you act like it, Craig. Listen, look at yourself, Craig. Look how you're acting, Craig. Look what you're doing, Craig. You are acting like a beneath human being.
Shut up, you absolute retard, and listen to what I am saying.
You know, fuck what you have to say, Craig. Because you're too dumb to listen to, Craig. You chose to make it this way. So this is where we're going to go.
Try and answer the questions that we're asking you, Keith.
And listen to a real man talk.
How about you be quiet and listen?
Someone that can please a woman talk. Someone that knows math.
Shush you little retard. Keith, I'm asking you if you know math.
Keith, what do you have me here for?
To try and point out that you know fuck all about anything.
You think I'm playing?
Now, Keith,
I'm not here for your stupid jokes.
You are the joke. Keith, what don't you understand? You are the joke. Flat Earth is the butt of all the jokes.
Hey, you don't know that 15 degrees equals pi over 12, you dumb fuck.
Pi over 12 what?
How stupid are you?
Pi over 12 what, bitch?
How stupid are you?
Pi over 12 what, bitch?
You're fucking stupid.
Pi over 12 what? Pi over 12 mushrooms? Pi over 12 lighters? Pi over 12 newts? What? Pi over 12 what?
How stupid can you really be?
Just anything.
Let me see the depths.
Yeah?
Let me see the depths. Let me see the depths. Let me see the depths. Because I'm glad, because you keep talking about flat Earth. Let's see how stupid you can be with what you're talking. You see what happens when they meet a real one, people? Do you see what happens? They do this
What's
dumb
pi?
shit.
Keith, what's pi? Tell us what
He's
pi
doing
is.
this dumb shit. We could be talking about some actual shit. Hey, you know what? Hey, don't waste my time.
We've been asking you shit, and you don't. You said that the fucking sun is hidden by a cloaking fucking planet like Klingons.
You asked me for lunar. You know you're gonna get a different answer. What the fuck, dude? Get on.
How could a cloaking planet block out the sun? If it's cloaking, you absolute mental patient.
If you were so smart, I guess you would have figured it out, wouldn't you? You stupid fuck.
So
yeah, look dumb.
So tell us again. How could a cloaking planet
when you
block
ask
out
me
the
to have
sun?
a talk, you need to be a little bit different than where
How
you're
could
at,
the how could a cloaking planet block out the sun?
Shut the fuck up. When you talk to me, you need to be sure that we're in a certain area, okay? And if you can't do that, then we don't need to talk, man. Get out of here with this dumb shit.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Sorry, Keith. It's very hard to hear you over all the dumb coming in from you. Has he rage quit? I think he has. Does that mean we win if he rage quit, Brainy?
Yeah. I mean, he gets angry about us having fun. Poor guy.
Yeah. I'm just going to double check, see if he's left. Yeah, Keith disconnected. There we go. The rage quit wins. Good job. Brainy, sorry for over talking to you at the beginning there. I get excited with Flerfs.
It's all good.
Oh,
I said to you in the I just DM'd you and said, well, I got to be able to talk a little bit, otherwise I'm just here looking pretty. And don't get me wrong,
shut the fuck up.
Don't, well.
Excuse me. Don't ever talk. You can talk when I say, right? Just shut up. I'm kidding. I think just to see if that's Keith messaging me.
Try to get maybe I need a figurine in my hand or something.
Yeah. He says, "You piece of crap! Do not ever waste my time again. Be serious or step on, dummy." I'm just gonna say 12 over 5 watt.
Man, if you're that serious, I don't ever want to talk to you again. That's the frank bottom of that. Because I mean, you got to be able to loosen up, bro. Otherwise, geez, your asshole's puckered pretty tight. Fuck, that thing must be the tightest starfish ever, boy.
No, that wasn't of that isn't a recording of PhD Tony.
Shut the fuck up, you cunt!
But I should get a PhD Tony. Someone sent me when we were on Big Pig Slapper Oink's channel, and Tony went mental at him, and someone sent me that, and I meant to program it in, but I haven't done it yet, so I need to do that.
Gotta get there, huh?
Yeah, I know. Nathan, how you doing?
Official Flat Earth and Globe discussion. We got 140,000 members in there. The group was just deleted a few minutes ago.
Are you still crying about that? What a little punk. You just can't get over it. Do you know what Nathan's doing at the moment? Oh, of course you do, because the video you just made me. But so Nathan and Witsit have somehow got an RV in there, traveling across America, spreading flat Earth. And the funny thing is that they've crashed like 3 times already. They got stuck going over a bump because...
Whoa. I haven't been watching. Are you fucking serious? You're not even kidding?
Dude, you should be following it on Instagram. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh my God. Did they crash an RV?
Someone please send me the photo of the RV stuck trying to do that turn. It's like tilting on the edge of a road because it's fucking brilliant.
Oh my God. Did they rent that fucking thing? I bet you they rented. They don't know anything about how to move that thing around.
Let me just go to Facebook because I'm sure I can just find it on there. And it's interesting that they call it the clown tour as well. Like they know what they're fucking talking about. Oh, I know. I can just go to Nathan's Instagram because I'm actually on Instagram now.
See, when I was saying a Scythe DK in the background, here's I said the problem with flat earthers, I said, is I don't like doing work for them anymore. I don't like doing, I'm going to tell you right now, if it's easy, I'll do it. I don't sit down and do fucking calculations at all for them anymore because fuck those assholes. The bottom line is that you can do as much work as you want to, and you could pick apart their argument meticulously to the point where every single domino is popped over, and all they do is go, no, nuh-uh. And it's like, fucking you could spend your whole evening wasting time, and it means nothing to them because they believe what they want to believe no matter what. So unless you find somebody who's actually legitimately savable and you believe that you actually can save them because they're not fully down the hole, I don't know. He seems like he's sucking the dick of truthers, just to be blunt about it. I mean, the bottom line is that you can say whatever you want to him. He doesn't believe in what people tell him. And so if that's the case, then every morning when you get up, Keith, I need you to start making fire again. Okay, because you don't believe what people tell you, and so you can't use the air conditioner because you don't fucking actually know that there's refrigerant in your air conditioner, and you don't really truly know that electrons move through the wires in your house, and you don't really know what kind of magic the lithium ion battery does.
Scythe, thank you.
You trust all of those things, you trust, but you don't trust the other things because I don't want to believe that's real. Well, okay, whatever. Well, the one thing I was going to say to him that I never got to was say, imagine you're good at something, like you're a pro at it. You went to school, you did the math. You could say, oh, they indoctrinated you. Yeah, you know what? It's really hard to get somebody who's actually good at something and then lie to them about something because they're going to see that there's a problem. But then that's amazing. All I was going to finish by saying is that so the bottom line is you'd have to have people that were better than the professionals that are doing the job in order to lie to the people that are the professionals. So you'd have to have these literal smart, they claim that the smartest people in the room are on the payroll, but you'd have to have smarter people or they're oblivious. So then you'd have to have more people on the payroll than were oblivious to make it work so that the oblivious people stayed oblivious. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense.
I think
that is amazing.
Trigger
they bottomed it out.
Coming back. Yeah.
Are you done with the bullshit?
I'm like, you done with fucking being a bitch?
Oh, you mean you got all day, every day? That's what you guys always do.
Listen, you can't sit back and be a fucking bitch and then come in here and act like a fucking alpha. So sit in your fucking place, you bitch.
Yeah, baby. Brainy on fire.
So you're gonna say
that's the fucking way it is. That's the fucking way it is.
So what you're saying, Brainy,
don't you fucking log out and fucking act like a fucking alpha while you're literally a fucking gamma. Okay?
You don't know what the fuck alpha's about.
You got owned. Just accept it. Accept it.
On what,
you get out of here. You already did 3 fucking times.
You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You're so emotional.
Leave.
What am I getting emotional about? Bitch ass.
Everything.
You're being a bitch. Do I have to fucking spell it for you?
Look, both you bitches asked me back. We gonna get to some fucking science. Y'all gonna still do this bitch parade.
Science? All right, give us some fucking science.
Everybody knows you have pussies. We don't give a fuck about your pussies. Okay?
Give us some science then, punk.
Upstairs.
Give us some.
Enjoy it.
We're not scared of the fact that the realm is flat.
Keith, calm down. You just said talk about science.
Sorry.
Give us some. Just give me one single bit of science.
On what? That's all I'm asking. Can we say on what?
Being a bitch. We went over this. You're a bitch. Fuck. Keep logging out.
We don't really have a subject.
Keep logging out, bitch. Oh, no. Hey, listen, you should run away. You should run away again. You do really good.
I didn't even finish what I was saying.
You look really good while you're fucking fleeing. You look really good while you're fucking running away to change the subject.
Brainy.
No.
Did you see me behind the motherfucking building, bitch? And if you wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Brainy, please listen to me, Brainy, so I can log out in a minute like a fucking bitch.
So therefore, shut the fuck up, you bitch. Because you can never have a
God. You don't get to be the bitch and tell people they're bitches. It's accepted that you're a fucking bitch. You're a mama boy bitch.
Explain why an alpha wants to hang around these bitch-made motherfuckers like yourselves.
Keep claiming you're an alpha, but how many times have you left? How many times hit that fucking hang-up button?
Keith, right, hold on, Keith. Nobody that is an alpha keeps saying that they are an alpha.
You know who said that?
Come on, man.
You know who said that?
If you're an alpha, you don't need to tell everybody that you're an alpha. They just know it.
We got someone over here dancing over here. If I was president of his face, would he be dancing like that? because I would clock that motherfucker across your jaw
I
like
dance
that.
like that
real
because I
motherfucking
don't
quick.
give a fuck
And drop
what
this
you
bitch ass
think.
so fucking
Because
fast.
guess what?
But you guys get to do this internet bullshit talk.
Haters fucking
You
care
get to
what
do
people
this
think.
internet
That's
bullshit
reality.
talk.
Keith, you're dancing for
If
me
If you
right
were a
now.
real
Bitch
alpha,
made
you wouldn't give a fuck
motherfuckers.
what people think about you. That's the reality. You'd flip them the bird and say, "Eat it, dick."
What do you
That's
think I'm
the
doing right
reality.
now?
Alphas don't give a fuck. People
What
in this,
do you
this
think
chat
this
can
is?
say whatever they want about me. I'll tell them where to
Do you
fucking stick
think
it.
I
don't
care
give a
about
fuck.
you pissants on that manner? Do you not realize you are so dumb? You are not of the understanding that you are entertainment.
Sorry, what shape is the Earth?
Look at you. Look
What
at
shape is the Earth?
Soft.
I'm showing you how
Soft
little
bitches
your
bitches.
fucking opinion means to me, dude. Just
Soft
accept
are the
it.
bitches of bitches.
Accept it.
Hey,
I'm gonna get a
listen.
fucking intro. It just says gamma. Give me 5 minutes.
The only guy. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm an alpha, gamma, sigma. So now what, bitch?
Alpha
No,
gamma
you're-
sigma, motherfucker.
You're a gamma,
You
and
don't even
that's
know
about
what the
it.
fuck that means, do you, dumb fuck? Exactly.
Well,
So here's
I mean,
another dumb
you're gonna
motherfucker
make
who's gonna
things
try to act
up,
like
it's
he
all
knows
good.
what it means.
Dumb
That's you guys
motherfucker.
right there. That's you guys right there. That's you guys right there. Take the balls of the
fine.
chat room in your mouth.
Hey, can
Y'all
we bring
guys
you
have
on
not done
weekly
with
for a
any
quick
type of
rant?
science
Is
on
there a
this
chance we could
motherfucker
get you on
ever since
weekly
I've been
for a
here.
quick rant? You could just come in here and bitch out for a minute.
I've
and we
caught
could
one.
just-
I've caught one, Brainy. I've caught one.
You don't think so?
Craig, you dispose yourself. Can we get to some science? Or no?
Yeah, sure.
What-
Right, let's do some science, Keith. Give me one single bit
do
of
it.
science that validates the flat Earth.
None. Move on. Next question.
You had said talk about science, so
Well, you said talk about
Right.
science.
And there is none that would validate the flat Earth. Next question.
therefore the Earth isn't
I
flat.
answered. No, fuck what you saying. I answered your question. Next question.
Why isn't there any science that validates the Earth being flat?
Because it's not supposed to be. Next question.
Because it's not supposed to be what?
I'll get a text in a minute telling my wife will be telling me to calm down. That's what happens occasionally.
Ask
because-
a question. Put the two and two together. Next question.
So are you saying that science isn't
Replay it
supposed
back.
to determine?
Here's the next question. Let's move it along.
I'm
What's the next
clarifying,
Wow,
Keith.
listen to that fucking
question?
beta.
Clarify. What's the
Wow.
next question?
I'm not prepared for that.
God, you gotta calm down, you know. God,
So,
you're gonna have an
Keith-
aneurysm, bro. Calm down. It's okay, buddy. You'll make it.
Please-
I
please
promise.
clarify.
You'll
I
make
run
it.
this. Shut the fuck
You'll
up.
make it.
What is the next question? What is the
Why
next question?
does
falling
all the
forever
science ever done confirm that the Earth is a globe?
Because you're a bunch of dumb fucks. Next question.
This is
Are you
typical
just,
flat
are
Earth.
you
kind of
just,
thing.
is this like, you think this makes you look like a winner? Like, this is fucking awesome about this. Like, really?
You hear this pussy ass fucker? You hear this nigga
Keith,
you like a winner?
Oh my god.
One second, Keith. I'm just going to ask another
People
flat
don't care
earther.
as much as you. They're so easy to trigger. It's just hilarious.
Keith, hold on.
outta here.
Honestly,
I'm just,
really sad.
Keith,
I
I'm
feel
just going to
bad
ask.
for you,
Hold
but-
on.
Shut the fuck up there. Why you keep talking?
Keith,
Whatever.
hold on. I'm just going to ask another flat earther
bad for you.
some questions. So,
I said-
Riley,
Bob, you
what
want to
do
ask
you
Bob a question?
think?
You want to ask Bob a question? Because I know
No.
the answer.
I'm going to ask Riley a question. Riley, what do you
I'm
think?
a dumb flat earther, and I don't understand science.
Oh, right. Okay, just like you then, really.
Craig, do you realize you are shooting
Yeah.
yourself in your foot with the way you approach your channel?
No, I'm doing pretty well, actually. Thanks.
No, yeah, of course you are at the moment. First off, you're not even
At the
that
moment,
big.
it grows every day.
For one, you're
In
not
fact,
even that big.
it grew
And
80%
for the
more this
second,
year than it did last
You
year.
only grew because people like me shared the channel. So you kind of
No, I grew
Okay.
because I had a video on Simon Dan's at
And at
1.3
this point
million
in
views.
your video with the stuff that you do, everybody is seeing just how much assholes you guys are. Everybody's saying like, wait a minute. These
Yeah,
guys are people-
that's why they keep
Well, I mean,
subscribing
I'm
to me.
definitely being an
Yeah.
asshole to you right now. It felt really
I mean,
good, to be honest with you.
I'm not going to deny that I am a complete asshole, but that's because
Brainy,
idiots
you're really
make me
not on my
angry.
radar. You really don't matter. You talk
Oh,
about.
hey, listen.
Beaver butt.
You don't matter in the fucking world.
No,
So,
you know
I mean,
what I mean.
I
You know
think
what I
you
mean.
should accept your position.
Okay, yeah, but you do. But you are the king. Yeah, sure. I think I have a bit of a higher
Okay.
position than you little bitch. So shut the fuck up and
In
sit your
what
ass
world? In your
corner.
mama's? Oh, I know your mama cares about you so much. She
I think
writes
the one
little
that you're
kisses
breathing
to
and
you,
living
just
in right now.
probably packs
You're
your
just
lunch and
unaware.
goes, "You're my baby. You're my sweet
Hey, let
little
me tell you
boy,
something.
Keith.
Let me
I
tell you
love you
something.
so
I'm
much.
glad this
My
shit-
special
I'm
little
glad this shit
Keithy.
went south.
My
everybody
special
gets to see what
Keithy.
you dumb fuck.
Nobody will
How it is,
ever. Nobody can ever hurt my mama, my baby, my little mommy's
Right.
boy,
Who
my
will
little
you
baby
get to ever be on your
Keithy.
channel?
Little
Who you
Keithy.
Who will you get? You're gonna get people.
Who you get? You showed up because you're a fucking bitch and you wanted to be on a popular
Yeah.
channel.
Who you gonna get?
I get whoever I
You dress
want.
like a dumbass.
I get whoever I want. That's why I do like 3 or 4 shows a week. And I keep getting 500, 600, 700, 800, 1,000 people watching me. But Keith, that's all irrelevant.
You say
Why?
700?
Why is there?
700, 1,000? Did you say 700 or 1,000?
But usually between 500 and 1,000 people watching.
And to you, you're breaking ground.
I am the largest flat Earth debate platform
climbing.
on the planet. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
Exactly. Understand that.
I'm doing really well, Keith.
Down.
Keith, I'm doing really well because idiots like you keep showing your stupidity.
Okay.
Like, is he trying to prove that he knows how to stick around and make a fool out of himself?
I know.
Where are we going?
The longer you stick around, the more like I'm going to make off you. So I just want to say thank you very much.
Science. What are you talking about? So I'm going to just keep on pucking you bitches. You haven't dealt with science. Give me some science. Let's go to science.
I mean...
all the science that confirms the Earth is a globe.
You don't even know. I might like it. You got to be careful.
Hold it. Well, Brainy, with you, I kind of suspected that. Don't worry. Hey, whatever you want to know.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, I got a secret for you. The people that are the most suspicious of other people being like homos are usually the homophobic people because
Keith,
they're self-reflecting on their own decisions.
Let's not have any gay bashing or anything on the channel, please, of any kind.
I'm bashing the person who thinks people are gay.
Yeah. So no calling other people fags or anything like that, right?
The lowest common denominator.
So 3 Ron for $5
Keith,
says
just because you don't worry, we all think you're a winner.
3 Ron for $5 says just because. Hey, I'm trying to read some super chats. 3 Ron for $5 says just because you can't speak Slytherin doesn't mean snakes can't talk. I mean,
you got to hold on for 5 more minutes. I got my gamma things almost done for him.
The Spirit 84 for $5 says, I remember a bus talking to me one time while the street lamp was melting at the same time. Yeah. Richard Petrosov. Hey, Keith, do me a favor. Tell me how I can make a fully grown woman from a rib.
Talk to God. Why are you talking to me?
So how did God do it? Magic? Is magic a thing?
Am I supposed to have that information or what?
Last time he tried to give a woman his bone, she fucking laughed at him. So
you believe it's true? So I mean, I'm sure you should have some explanation for it, right?
Well, how did you figure that one? Who lied to you?
So what you're saying is it's probably not true because that's impossible.
Is that what I said?
Yeah, I'm going to take that. Thanks. $5 says, just came from torturing Team Skeptic. Now I'm torturing myself listening to this idiot Flerf. Yeah, team was having people super chat him to shock him, which is fun. Robert Williams.
I will let you pay a lot of money to shock the guys.
Right? If they really think I'm such an idiot, they can get in the chat, can they not?
Who do you want in the chat?
Whoever is talking. Whoever talking this bullshit. All you punk ass prickmaids.
Do you want me to bring in?
One of these people wants to fight 600 people in the chat stream and get a life.
That want to talk that bullshit. Go ahead and come on in.
Do you want me to bring Siphon? All right, hold on. Everyone calm down. All right, I'm going to bring Siphon. All right.
We're going to make this a total dumpster fire. This is one man against,
what, dude, 5, this 10? Dumpster was burning. You can see this bitch from Venus. Are you kidding?
Y'all make that shit. You dumbass motherfuckers made it that way. It was cool at first until you bitches decided to go ahead and do some dumb shit. That's what it was.
I mean, talking to someone who doesn't know what pi is pretty dumb.
You know? Yeah, Pi 12. What is that, Craig? I don't know. I'm Craig.
Pi 12 what?
Math. I don't know. What you
say?
You said
what?
Physics? You said
Pi
physics too,
Pi
right?
12 what?
It's kind of energy.
You don't know
I
Pi
really
12, but you do physics.
Pi 12 what?
Wow, that's funny.
Yeah, Pi 12 what?
With its 5 degrees, dummy.
Cool. You know.
Oh, here we go. Gamma. There we go.
Just
done.
This is why we don't talk
anything
to you,
you want.
fuck.
It's lovely.
What is the point of talking to you dumbasses when all you do is?
I don't know. When you come and say that pi isn't 3.14159, it's amazing.
And you jump in talking every time somebody got to say something. Who the fuck want to deal with you?
Here you go. Here you go. Just for you, Keith. Just for you. Right here. Boom. Gamma's be gammoning.
What you got? Hey.
Right there. Hey, don't worry. It's on repeat now. It'll be playing for a while. You just pay attention.
Brainy, shut the fuck up with that attitude. I'll do what the fuck I do. Just relax.
Oh, you can do what you want. I'm just going to keep playing this for a while. Just hang out. Don't worry.
All right. Got it.
Right. Robert Williams for $4.99 says, oh, he means the moon's orbit is 5 degrees off the ecliptic. Yes, but you couldn't vocalize it very well. Esteban Ilibaka for 2,500 claps. I'm talking. Don't be rude. I'm talking. Hold on. Eclipses can be predicted no matter the shape of the Earth, but they can only be explained as observed if the Earth is a ball. Lunar eclipses falsify the flat Earth. Correct. All right, let's go. So he said that. Oh, you mean the moon's orbit is 5 degrees off the ecliptic? Yes.
So let's just say I didn't have it. I mean, I know I didn't say the exact language, but when people, that's my point.
No, you haven't done that
when
at all.
When flat earthers say something, why not, like with the 15 degrees, there is a distance to give with that. Why not just give it? Why do you fight like hell to say there's nothing to that?
No, we don't say there's nothing to it. You just say that that's a rotational velocity when it isn't.
Hell did I just wrong?
Yeah, welcome, Sif. Keith says that pi isn't pi. It's amazing.
Well,
Wait
he's
a minute,
talking
time
about
out.
apple pie or...
I mean,
Hold on.
Is apple pie, Keith? Or is it just the number pi that isn't pi?
Thank you, Craig. Can I get in here with you out here just trying to talk for me? Okay, now, sorry. Would you admit that 15 degrees is pi over 12? Yes or no?
Pi over 12 what?
Would you agree that 30 degrees... No, excuse me. Would you agree that 15 degrees is pi over 12?
Pi over 12 what?
What else could there be?
Well, I mean, it could be centimeters, it could be degrees, it could be radians, it could be mammals, it could be sheep. It could be sheep, I mean...
Once I say those things, I have to give a time limit. So what else could it be? Once I start saying centimeters, once I start saying centimeters in any length of time, and any length, once I give it centimeters, meters, a foot, a mile, now time comes in. So when I don't have time, it's an automatic. What is it?
Citation that it's automatic, please?
Just citation you're unaware of because you're too dumb. Can you let the actual trigonometry people talk?
I don't know what we're talking about. Sorry.
Brainy, man, dude, really? Put that bullshit to the side.
You got all ass-hurt about our previous conversation. I get it. It's okay.
Well,
I'll
your mom.
and let you have your piece.
All right.
I didn't say anything about you.
Okay, all right. Brainy, let Triggered...
He's obviously pretty triggered by this Gamma video. I'm sorry.
I know. Let Triggered McTrigger Tits talk to Scythe.
I'm going to owe you home.
How do you spell your name? I want to put your name on top of that, too, if you don't mind.
Community and think you
Is it
fucking somebody.
IE or EI?
You bitches. You bitches are so soft and cupcake creamery. Shut up. Can I get to the actual explanation?
I'll hang back. You can talk to them. I'll hang back. You talk to them. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Okay, Brainy, right. Let's let Keith Triggered, Keith McTriggered and Scythe have a little chat. So
real bad people talk. You bitches.
Yep, go on, the pair of you. You want to be on screen, Scythe?
I don't know if he does screen.
Oh, I think I muted him by accident. Sorry. My bad, Scythe. I muted you for a sec there. Do you want to be?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Are you want to show someone on your screen?
I just want to say one thing to Keith. Keith, I like feminine women, feminine men, and I really like you. I'll look you in the eye while I copy you.
Oh, good job.
I understand that. I understand why you would, but I don't go that way, man. It's just not where I'm at, man.
Yeah, but you're so feminine. That's why I like you.
They all want me, man. They all want me.
Feminine. But I just wanted to show something to Brainy. Brainy, that I sent. If you go into properties on the original, you can see it's 5568 by 3712 pixels. That is 20.6 megapixels. That is not a cropped photo from a...
No, I never said it was cropped. I think that's just what it is that all they have to do is wave their hand and say it is. I wasn't saying it was.
That's true. I actually found it at first because if you zoom in, there's boats in the water from this ISS photo.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Russianwitz always says that there's no boats in these photos ever, but there's many boats here, and this is not the only one.
Well, that would help his case out. That's my point. I'm bringing up the fact that there are boats, so that tells you it's actually closer than what you say, right? Or you wanted to say that the magnification is just stronger?
No, it doesn't mean it's closer. Do you want me to do the calculations for you live here?
You can. I'm always about that, man. I hate it when people don't do math.
In the meantime, I have a question for you. If I have a triangle on a circle and the sides 1, 1, and 1, what are the internal angles on that triangle on a sphere? Sorry, not a circle.
Yeah, you're displaying your screen, just remember, but
108 degrees.
If I have a triangle...
Oh, is that him? That's SK. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
DK, just remember you're displaying your screen, so make sure nothing shows that you don't want showing.
Yeah,
I heard you.
heard you, and my answer for you, I don't really
triangle-
deal with questions is 180 degrees.
No,
Okay? I don't
because
really
that's actually false.
You're
Yeah.
wasting your time.
An equilateral
I don't-
triangle sphere. Keith, listen. An equilateral triangle on a sphere has the internal angles 90 and 90.
You want to say on the sphere that they're 90 instead of 60?
They're definitely
That's
going to be
because
more
on
than
a
that,
sphere
then.
you get-
Yeah.
Wait. Do you mean
Okay.
each corner, or do you mean total? In total, that's going to be over 90.
In total, they're going to be 270. 9 times 3.
Okay, so you are saying that each corner instead of 60 degrees is going to be 90 degrees?
Corner? These are triangles.
Yes. When you put it on a sphere. But anyway, so here I have the photo downloaded from ISS, and it actually took me a little time to find it. But I have the top of the photo marked here, and if we take the tool, we can see that this is about 13.8 kilometers. I don't know if you can actually see it here. Can you see 13.8 meters? 13.8
No, exactly, but
kilometers.
But let me ask you this: where's that 13.8 from?
That's from Google Earth. I'm measuring
No, but
the top and the bottom here.
if you think
It's just
if
the
you're saying
length.
it's 13.8, from where? That's what I'm trying. From that water bank or what? What? That's what I'm trying to
Yes.
figure out.
Okay. Let me go into it again. This is from the very top of the photo here, and the bottom here. I've actually I've overlaid the photo here in Google Earth so you can see where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm a little confused on the 13.8. Just keep going.
Yeah. So when we go into the properties, you can see that one thing, this Adobe Photoshop thing, it comes on all photos that you export with Photoshop. So if I take a RAW file from my camera, put it into Photoshop, export it as a JPEG to put it on the internet, it will have this tag. It doesn't say anything about it being edited. Where was it? Here. Focal length, 800 millimeters. Taken at f10 for some reason.
Okay, help me out.
So,
hold on. With focal length, is this saying that the camera that's 800 meters from the top down?
No. That's the lens. Lens focal length is basically how much you zoom.
Okay.
More or less.
Okay, you're right. Okay. Do you guys see how smooth the conversation can be as long as you talk science? As long as you don't do the dumb stuff? I'm all good with you. But
We
don't
tried
do
to
that
talk
dumb stuff.
science, but you said pi isn't pi.
Yeah, whatever.
It made it hard.
No, you did not, Craig. You know what? You
Is that
really
before
don't
or
know
after you hung up?
So I have.
Before.
So, since this is a Nikon camera and D5, and I know that it's a Nikon 800, we can go into Nikon's table here. The vertical, which is what we're looking at in full frame FX format for 800 millimeter lens, is 1.7 degrees. Now we have the bottom of the and we have the angle of the triangle. What can we do now to calculate it? Keith?
Yeah, you broke up a wee bit there, Saif. Just to say that last bit again, you broke up a wee bit there.
So, Keith, we have the length of this triangle. Let's put it like this. We have this triangle here, but we know that this is 13.8. Yeah, sorry for my writing. 13.8. We know that this angle here is 1.7. How can we now calculate this? We need three things of a triangle. How would you do this to calculate the altitude?
Let me ask you this: where's this coming from? Why is this being brought up to me? What happened to where this comes up?
Okay, let's check. Okay, here we have the metadata of the D5. It's an 800 millimeter lens. Nikon on a FX is the
Saif, do you think
frame camera?
One sec, Saif, do you think you could refresh your link? It's a little bit low quality that I'm receiving from you, and you keep breaking up.
Yeah, I know what to do. I need to do something with my internet here because my normal internet is pretty crap.
And damn it, Craig, why can't you keep it to this? You got stuff on that BS you do, man.
Dude, I was trying to, but you kept saying pi isn't pi.
No, you start getting into dummy and all that bullshit. You don't even know what pi over 12 is. So, I mean, duh.
I mean, pi over 12 radians is 15 degrees.
Oh, okay. So you know that part. Okay.
Well, yeah, if you that pi over 12, stopping that doesn't really mean anything. My point,
because
Keith, my point along with all of it is that flat earthers don't say things right because they don't know what they're talking about.
Because if it's not radians, what else would it be?
Can I have a citation that says you don't have to use it? Or, you know, I mean, in all of my training with mathematics, we always had to actually, say about the unit and stuff.
All of mathematics tells you that. If it doesn't tell you degrees, it's automatically radians.
So can I have a citation for that then, please?
You need to read a book. That's what you need to do.
I've read quite a lot.
How about that one?
I mean, pi over 12, just pi over 12 equals 0.261788.
We're still looking at trigonometry.
Yeah. Sci-Fi, you back? I think he's trying to rejoin.
What the hell are you talking about, Brainy? Get your ass back in here.
What?
Right. So, Keith, my point is, if you just say pi over 12, right? Just saying pi over 12 is 0.261788, right? That's what pi over 12 is.
No, it's automatically radians.
Why is it?
It's automatically.
It's not, because pi is just a number, and if you divide that number by 12, you get a smaller number.
It just fucking does, dude. Oh, here comes the mathematician coming in. Shut the fuck up, Brainy. Because it is.
It is. Whenever radians, you have to calculate rate. I have a video where I do it. It's not that complicated. You want to talk about radians like it's some sort of complicated fucking math theory, and meanwhile you just
whatever. Damn it. Like a beaver.
I can't hear anything over your fucking choking in your throat. It's all just muffled cock sounds. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. See, you made it perfectly. That was the gargling noise.
Can you go to the side, dude? You go to the side. You chose to be an asshole.
Well, listen, if you're gonna be a fucking ass, you're gonna be treated like a fucking ass. That's how it happens.
Keith, I
added your name to here, just so you know. I put that up there for you, so we know who we're talking about right now.
Let me tell you something. That's non-alpha right there.
Well, tell me. What do you get? Hey, Keith, what do you get? Tell me. You tell me, buddy. I'm listening, buddy. You tell me.
Here's the funny part.
What's funny? You tell me what's funny, buddy. I'm ready to laugh. Yeah, I want to laugh. Tell me.
Wow. Can I talk?
Well, come on. It's funny. Come on. I'm supposed to be laughing. Come on, buddy. I'm supposed to laugh.
You're talking about gamma. And you don't even know how cool it is.
You're still fucking bitching, but I'm supposed to be laughing, fuck. You're still fucking bitching. Oh, bitch, fuck. Just make me laugh.
Wow. Browski, you got your draw so much in the bunch. That's what it is.
Dude. It's all cock gargling sounds. Just say something important, okay? I'm trying to tell you that.
So,
where we at now?
We're just waiting for
I don't know.
to
We're
rejoin.
at the part where you were at a loss for words.
You're good, Freddie. Bye.
So, Keith, we're waiting for Scythe to rejoin. But my whole point about what you're saying is, I'm not going to deny that pi over 12 radians is 15 degrees. But if you just write down on a bit of paper pi over 12, the answer. Wait, hold on. If you just write down pi over 12 equals, the answer is 0.26 something, right? That is the answer. Right. It's not 15 degrees.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what you just said. I don't know.
Pi over 12 is 0.26 something.
I don't
right?
know. I don't know. So what I'm telling you is, fuck all that. I don't know anything about that. What I'm telling you is that pi over 12 equals 15 degrees. That's what I'm telling you.
But it doesn't. Pi over 12 equals 0.26.
Whatever extras you are throwing onto it, I am not.
No extras. I'm not dealing with extras. I'm saying if you write down pi divided by 12, the answer is 0.26.
Jesus Christ. Nobody's arguing with you, Craig.
I mean, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not with that at all.
Stutter too.
Scythe seems having difficulties trying to rejoin. I'm not sure why.
No, I agree. It's pi over 12. That's the point.
Pi over 12 what?
What else? And that's why I keep going back to what else could it be? It's not degrees.
Unicorns?
What else is it? Is that a measurement in math? Is that a measurement in math?
Beaver?
If there's a certain amount of unicorns, then yeah, it would be a measurement.
Then, okay, so go to that measurement then. If you say it's there, show me.
So you're saying pi over 12 unicorns equals 15? Interesting. Scythe, are you back?
This is the stupidity that
Yeah,
they
it
give
should
to
be.
us.
I don't know what's
Trying-
with my computer.
Yeah, I'm still getting pretty low signal from you.
Where you
Yeah,
at,
you
son?
must
You
be
in
just
the,
having that. I think
Europe?
you had that when we were playing Sci-Fi. The internet at your place goes up and down, is it not? No, here, I'll
It
take
might
this
be
off
Europe.
screen anyways, by the way. I don't care for that. It's a joke.
New Zealand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't think he's in New Zealand, is he? No, he's like
I'm
Danish,
just
I
saying.
think.
Look, y'all, look. I'm trying to be cool with y'all, but at the same time, you guys have to have a certain amount of respect to yourself too. Okay?
Yeah,
There's a
and
certain
we
amount
do. That's why.
No, you really don't. You
Keith.
really don't. If you think you do, if you think you are giving a modicum of decent human respect, you are
Bird?
so
Oh my God.
behind. Oh my goodness, it is so ridiculous, dude. No, you're nowhere near it.
So Keith,
You don't even know what I said. Wow. Right.
Yeah.
That's how far back he is. Okay. Wow.
okay,
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Did
Who
you
are
get
you
sent
people?
that, FTFE? I don't even know what you guys are talking
Why do you
about
think
right now. I
we
was
laugh
looking at
at
something
so
else.
easily?
I don't know.
Dude, I wasn't even listening to you for the record. I was looking at something else.
Keith, so I'm just going to ask you this straight up question, right? Straight up simple math question. Keith, I'm talking.
You don't even know how to act decent.
Keith, I'm sorry. Did the middle of my sentence interrupt the beginning of yours?
I believe you started yours in the middle of mine.
No, I've been trying to talk for a while and you haven't shut up. So, Keith.
I still hear you.
Right, let me ask you a simple question. I'm going to ask you a simple math question. What is pi?
What?
Keith, listen. Simple math question. What is pi divided by 12?
You tell me.
Do you know?
No, I have no idea. Is that what you want to hear?
I want to see what answer you give. What is pi divided by 12?
Nobody cares what you want to see.
The answer is 0.26179938779. The answer is not 15 degrees.
Craig, you're going to keep shooting yourself in the foot if you keep acting like this. You need to change up if you want people on your show.
I mean,
telling you right now.
I get plenty of people on the show, thanks. No worries.
I mean, you
And they say
could
fuck off.
eventually chase everybody off, I guess, but it would
Is that
take
what
a
you
while.
really want? Is that what you really want? Do you really want at the end of the show they saying fuck off? Don't you want something a little different? At some point, do you really want to be
I have a lot of fun.
thing for all your life? Do you really?
But I got an honest question when I say this. Is there really an other alternative? Because we're never going to really, you're not going to agree with us. So the thing is, the alternative is, I mean, yeah, we could just shake hands and leave ways, but I mean, that's the only other alternative there could be. Because, I mean, most flat earthers leave like that because they just get fed up with us telling them that they're not answering properly, or they're making subjective statements and stuff, or they're dismissing the math. I mean, you literally said to Scythe, I don't care about any of that. And he was trying to show you the math involved with what he was proving. So you literally, in your own words, I sat back with mute and I laughed because you literally said I don't care about any of that while he was explaining.
Okay,
Your own words, dude. On the
All right, everybody stop. Everybody stop. Right, I want to check
I
to
just
see.
told him what he said.
Right,
I didn't do
I know, but Scythe is back in, and I want to try and determine if we can hear Scythe. So please, everybody, be quiet. Keith, that's you as well, please, for 1 minute. Scythe, are you there?
Do you want me? I can fucking rewind it right now. Tell you what, I'll cue it up, bitch. God damn it.
Right, Keith, shush. Keith. Cool.
Hey, yo,
take a deep breath.
England, we got it. Go through Scythe.
I live in Scotland. Calm down. All right, Scythe, are you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Scythe. Sorry that Triggered Tits there didn't want to shut up. But yeah, so
I know what. But yeah, I know what the problem is. I don't think.
Yeah.
But hopefully you can see it now.
Still getting a pretty low signal from you. I don't understand.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll actually have to send it to you, and you can display this for the viewers.
Send him the link, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just getting it up.
Yeah, so this link is for the field of view. It's a field of view tables for Nikon lenses and cameras. So FX is a full frame camera, which is the Nikon D5. way at the bottom, you have the field of view of the 200mm lens. I'm just using the vertical because that's what we need, and that is 1.7 degrees. It's to the field of degrees, because this is what we use. You also get that in telescopes, like you get a field of view of like point whatever degrees. So we have that in degrees. We have one angle of our triangle, 1.7 degrees. We know the bottom, the entire bottom vertically is 13.8 kilometers. How do we calculate the height of this? Keith, since you're the math genius, how can we make third angle, a third thing, maybe an angle or a side we know, so we can calculate this triangle?
Keith, over to you.
Tell me.
Well, he's just asked you a question. Could you attempt an answer, please?
I said
Since
you
you're
got
the
me
math
stumped.
genius and you... Are you serious? You're the math... You call yourself a math genius that just does trigonometry?
I call myself the math genius, and yet somehow when you put 13.8, but amongst the myriad of answers that could be between height and radius, no, I do not know. What a wild suggestion.
So,
okay.
Have you never heard of a squared plus b squared equals c squared, just out of interest?
Be simple, actually, correct. So, up here we have the camera guy sitting in the ISS, right?
Back up. Yeah.
He's pointing his camera down and photographing something. The field of view he's getting is 1.7 degrees. What we said field of view is this photo. From top to bottom here, 1.7 degrees. Find that in Google Earth.
So,
those 1.7 degrees here.
Help me out. You're saying from the top of the triangle, it's 1.7 degrees.
No, the angle. The angle here.
What angle? The top of the triangle or the lower left of the triangle?
Yes.
It's either the top.
The top of the triangle has an angle of 1.7 degrees.
Okay, there we go.
Yes. And we know that the bottom here of that bottom is 13.8 kilometers. So now we will do some magic. We will split this triangle in half. What's half of 13.8?
Your signal's just improved.
You already got the degree. You already know what it is. We can bypass all of this. Maybe some people need to know it.
Because when we see no, Keith, stop.
That is
Mr. Triangle guy, trigonometry guy.
Come on.
Keith.
This is cut in real quick. Hey, can the guys in the chat who know what's going on with the Brady photography and shit, can somebody DM me, because I've been looking at what's been going on there, and I'm not, for Craig's sake, I'd like to manage this. Dude, we're talking about something that's above you, so shut up for a second. So somebody DM me, and just there's been some stuff going on in the side chat. Dude, shut the fuck up! You fucking ignorant bitch!
Keith,
just for a second. Mute him.
Right. Yeah, I've muted him for a second.
So can somebody DM me about what is occurring in the chats? You, Keith, go back to talking nonsense. This had nothing to do with you.
Yeah, Keith, you're actually... Yeah,
I'm a math teacher.
Keith, I'm muted. You're muted right now, dude, until you stop screaming.
This had nothing to do with you, Keith. I was trying to deal with something in the chat. Stop being a dumbass.
I'm talking about this goddamn thing you talking about.
Why is he even here, Craig?
Why am I here?
We're not talking about you.
Why am I here? Brainy, is this
we're
your
not
show?
talking about you. We have channel shit to maintain. Just because you're here doesn't mean you take priority over Craig's fucking channel, okay? And I am managing something as a mod on his channel. So go to hell.
Right. What is going on?
Something went down in the side chat with Brady Photography, and I would like somebody to DM me. Okay, I've got DMs. So let me, you manage your channel. I will look at this.
Yeah.
Dickhead comes in.
Guy, Keith, you were...
He's not going to call me a dickhead for protecting his channel, okay? So shut up.
You're not going to call me a dickhead, you pussy. Shut the fuck up, you puss ass.
You were muted, then no one could hear you. He's one flat.
I gotta give a fuck, Greg. You hear me?
Well, we could hear him.
No, I couldn't hear you. I had you muted in my ear as well, actually, Keith. So
you know what the fuck I'm saying. So
no, I don't.
You back to Sci-Fi. What the fuck are we doing?
We were trying to deal with something in the chat, you ignorant little shite.
Actually, nobody has. Yeah, that was unrelated. So somebody send me a message about what's going on over there, please. Anyways,
Suck my balls and fuck off.
Well, you don't have any, so.
Okay, so Keith, you say you're the trigonometry guy. How many items of a triangle do we need to calculate everything in that triangle?
Oh.
Is he muted or did he leave?
I'm not sure what's going on here. One sec. Brainy, you still there? I think I may have accidentally shut down Brainy's call after Keith left. And now it's made my Vmix kind of crash a little bit. But no, Keith has run away. That's
I think
for sure.
Chad know what's going on with this. Shall we continue this just so we can finish it? Because you
carry on.
I know. How many things do we need to know about a triangle to know everything about a triangle, Craig?
Two of the things.
3?
I mean, yeah, you can work out the third angle if you got 2, but yeah.
Yeah, but like, so for everybody in the chat, to explain the field of view, which he doesn't explain, is like how much we can see with this.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this to work. Carry on talking while I try and sort out my Vmix.
Yeah. So to get the height of this, we actually need to make it a right angle triangle. We need to have off of all of this. So let's see, 13.8 divided by 2 is 6.9. Very nice. 6.9. Actually, no, we'll do this. We don't know this side. 6.9 kilometers. We know this angle now. It will be 90 because it's a right angle triangle. And now we'll get 1.7 divided by 2 because we need to find this angle. So that's 0.85. Now we can solve this triangle and see how high it is.
Come on. Sorry, my Vmix is like totally crashed right now, so it's just stuck on this screen. Well, he's showing me a lovely demonstration on the other screen that I can't show you guys. I'm going to bring Brainy back in. Keith did rage quit, but give Vmix a minute to sort itself out, and then I'll be able to change the screens again. And then we're probably going to read the super chats and shut down. So, Sci-Fi, thank you for coming on and explaining. And attempting to have a conversation with Keith, but he was super triggered, wasn't he?
I think that's understatement of the year.
He didn't like the fact that I was showing how little he understood about maths when he kept saying that pi wasn't pi.
Yeah, I have no idea what them.
Yeah, I don't understand how you can try and debunk pi. Come on, Vmix, sort yourself out.
That's like
send Brainy a link.
Wouldn't you get like a Nobel Prize in math? Oh no, wait, there is no Nobel Prize in math. Actually, need to find another try.
I mean, it would probably be a Nobel Prize in physics when you change what pi is, because that would change the fundamental physics of the universe. Oh, yeah. It does seem that there was a little argument in chat, but I think it's just been a misunderstanding, and I hope everyone can just kiss and make up. Drama is not welcome on this channel unless it's with a flat earther. Right, I'm going to start reading super chats whilst Vmix tries to sort itself out, so I can then send Brainy a new link to join back in. We're going to start shutting down for tonight. I want to thank everyone very much for the support that they've shown. There was like nearly 750 watching at one point. Loads of super chats, so thank you very much. Oh, there we go. Vmix is working. Right, let's get a new link for Brainy. Add link. So I tried to look at the thing to see if Keith would rage quit, and I accidentally deleted Brainy instead, which is always good.
How can you delete a beaver?
I know. That's not good for my sex life.
This real
doesn't sound like it.
There we go. He's back. Sorry, Brainy. I accidentally deleted you.
Okay, so before we go further, Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm getting myself back here. I'm getting my own sound back. Hold on. Oh, that's your stream. That's my fault. Okay, so okay, fix that. I was gonna say, by the way, to the people, there's a very good point that has been made in the chat, and I already felt bad about it. I should not have been using like you had already kind of cued on it. The whole cock gargling thing was only because it obviously triggers him, but in retrospect, it was inappropriate, and that is because they're kind of like that's kind of like borderline using like homophobic style jokes, which is, and it's not borderline, it is. So the bottom line is I do want to apologize to the community fully and truthfully about that because, you know, that's, it's, I think a lot of people know that I have my brother's gay. That doesn't mean that I get like you know, it doesn't mean it becomes my word.
Free pass.
And I can, like I get a free pass just to throw around homophobic slurs and use them where I want to. So no, I want everybody to know that if anybody is for, like if somebody wants to gargle a cock and that's what they want to do, then by all means, I'll even help you find the Airbnb for it. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Brainy, don't knock it until you try it.
Well, you never know. Hey, listen, I don't give a. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care if that's your thing. You can tie each other up. There can be lingerie involved, male, female, 3-4 people. Does not matter if people keep their own stuff in their own bedroom. I don't know why people give a shit what somebody else is doing. So I just want to make that official statement based on my previous words that were used in the stream because I do feel bad about it.
So. This is very important info. There's two things that are very important. One, it's rude if you don't do a reach around, and two, always make eye contact.
Yeah,
I guess I've never actually asked this SIF for Sci-Fi or whatever, but I'm getting the vibes that you're of that group of people as well, and I don't mean that like that. I don't know.
Are you saying your Gaydar? Are you saying your Gaydar's going off with Sif? Is that what you're saying?
Well, he was saying it like that, so it was like when I had it Bad Astra on it. She said because she had said my partner to me in emails, probably because she didn't know, right? Some people don't know, right? I don't care, but then I never queued to it, and then when I was streaming with her on Thursday, and she said my wife, and I went, okay, yeah, that's right. She said partner every time, and I just assumed male because I guess to me when I hear partner, because I'm so not concerning of that, I don't cue to the word partner, like because my brother has a partner. So I hear that word all the time, right? So we already knew about your crash. Says that's right. Don't taste.
Well,
you weren't supposed to fucking say anything.
So Brainy, let's see if you can be Sherlock today. From what I've said, I'm gonna say this. You need to guess. I have 3 children, and none of them are adopted.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
so what can you do?
You're just saying that you slide down the middle of the trail is what you're saying. I get it. I'm okay with that too. That's what I mean. I don't care. I don't care which end of the pendulum you're on. Listen, everybody gets their freak on. Some people get their freak more on than others. That's all there is to it.
My wife says to me that if I ever leave her, then she thinks it would be for a man. I don't know why she gets the gay vibe from me. We've been married for 14 years, but...
That's funny. That's funny.
All right, I'm going to read the super chats and we're going to get out of here for tonight, guys. I've had a lot of fun. And like I was going to say, not everyone can super chat and become members, and I know it's hard at the moment. So the support that I do get is incredible. But if you want to help the channel, one of the best ways, absolute best ways you can do it is just to share my stuff on social media. When I look at my stats, I get like 30 to 40% of my views from Facebook and Twitter. So the more you share my stuff, the more views I'm going to get. Yeah, sure.
How did the exploit work you? The algorithm
absolutely works 100%.
How many votes did you get? Yeah, yeah. By the way, if you didn't know, YouTube is broken. The community post algorithm is completely broken.
I'll put a poll in there.
I haven't tried it yet.
Put a poll in there, and dude. Okay, so I normally get like 3. The Spiffing Brit did all the math, and with you just go watch it without explaining it. You go watch that. We'll save the people the time. But the bottom line is that only approximately you can take how many votes you get on your vote and do the math and say that basically only 4% of people vote. Now I put a poll up that said pick one. It said I smell like. It said vanilla, desperation or who are you? Why is this in my community posts? I have over 200 votes on that, and 17% of it is who are you? Why is this in my community post? Which means we calculated, and there has been 1,000 people who have seen that community post that were not my subscribers at all.
Unless it was your subscribers just saying that because I chose that.
No, because math, there's going to be a few correlations there and a few percentages, but no, the spiffing Brit. So if you go right now to your homepage, you'll see vote, because everybody's abusing it now. We're all putting votes up, and that's why every day you'll see a new vote on these channels. I put one up today. I had 100 votes in 3 hours, which was half the time, because once you do that, it taints them. Once they click on the vote, it taints them, and they see your next community post no matter what. So it's like a broken part of the algorithm right now. Yeah.
Okay.
There is one more thing that you need to include, like the text of his thing, because it includes the.
You actually don't though. Once you get the people. You don't, though. Once the people start actually coming in and seeing your posts, you can just start putting polls up, and it'll spread them to the last people that saw your poll, and then it sees all the interaction and goes, oh, this must be a really popular poll, and it pushes it out to more people. So you actually can take away the keywords, and it'll start going out progressively to more and more people. That's why some of the polls, like I'm not subscribed to a guy, he's had a new vote on my thing every day. He's got 5 million, 7 million votes on each poll because he's abusing it. He's using it to spread himself around. And I'm like, who the fuck is this person? Well, that's what he's doing.
Okay, super chats. Esteban de Blanca for 2,500 claps. Eclipses can be predicted no matter the shape of the Earth, but they can only be explained as observed if the Earth is a ball. Lunar eclipses falsify flat Earth. I mean, everything falsifies a flat Earth.
Is a good color for you.
Literally everything. Daniel McGlone for £2 says, with his math, angles and triangles could be fun. Then we got a new fucking member, you absolute legend. That's Serial 510. Welcome to the Destroyers. You get to destroy a planet. Haven't chosen which one yet. Luke Filewalker for €5. Every flat earther wonders why there's a thing in a car showing revolutions per minute. 12 over pi what? I'm going to hashtag that. Mark Seance for 10 PlayStation Network dollars says, please ask him what speed is CD-ROM/DVD, etc. No, 1,000 miles an hour. That's all they're going to say. The Sun Express for $5 says, invisible planet because Klingons. Best argument I've ever fucking heard. I am clipping that and putting it up as a short, I think. Andreas Eldritch. Oh, God, where'd it go? Stop sending me super chats, so many. Andreas Eldritch for 20 sec says, the Earth is a globe. Resistance is futile. Richard Putresev for $5. Hey Flerf, ask NASA why units are important. 125 million probe lost because some fool didn't convert imperial into metric. It's absolutely important. Yeah. Illuminous Poo for $5. Strapping stupidity to a shock collar and letting the super chat control the shocks. Ask Team about that. Yeah, I wonder how Team is feeling after that. That sounded mean. The Spirit 84 for $5 says, best actor in Deep Space Nine was the Wormhole. Don't diss the Wormhole. Absolutely an important character. Then MAGA Dude Bro, $1, no message. Calypsis for $2 says, I did the math, pi over 12 is 0.2168, not 15. Weird. I know pi over 12 radians is 15 degrees, that's right. Mutant Mayhem for $2 says, how can the Northern Lights happen on a flat Earth? They can't. Justin Neo for $5 says, Keith the trigonometry master can't calculate a distance up from the ground via parallax. Because he's dumb as fuck. Yes, Keith, if you're watching, you're dumb as fuck. Good night, Brady Photography. Thank you for being an awesome supporter. Bella Charge for 5 New Zealand dollars says, have some love fight and Beaver's bacon money. Matt Bryce for £2 says, anniversary of Challenger disaster, not Apollo. Ow. Yeah, sorry. I said Apollo the other day when I was talking about Challenger for some reason, and I meant to say Challenger. Bombay for $2 Australian says, I feel like Keith is G-Man's flat earth cousin. God, could you imagine the two of them in a room? Fuck's sake. Cameron Walker for $5 Canadian says, thanks for a Saturday debate FTFE for $5. Can you talk with a North American accent? Do you want to put it on a credit card? Pizza, y'all. I can't do accents, so no. Better charge for 2 New Zealand dollars says, if only it was flat, it wouldn't be stuck. I know, fucking brilliant. Where is he? You will get to look at Nathan Thompson being an absolute idiot. Here we go. Don't know what a turning circle is, Nathan Thompson. Haha. Okay, so then we've got Yeah, sorry, Safe.
In the meantime, just for crashes in the chat, I didn't get Pornhub ads close to it. I actually got legitimate porn in a nail for an ad for some shitty music video on YouTube.
Yeah, they can get some things past the algorithm. It's not good.
I'm pretty shocked that Keith got all shitty about me trying to I was seeing what was happening in the chats, and I read all the way up before I finally was like, "Hey, somebody DM me. Let's get in between this and then continue." Because that's what that's what our jobs are as mods and stuff. Is if I see something, just like if I was streaming with FTFE and he saw something in the chats that could affect my channel as support thing that's happening, I would really appreciate it if he jumped in the same regard. It's like, "Hey, I see something occurring in the chats. Maybe we could all talk about this on the side." Because that's what a good friend would do. I didn't like seeing what I'm seeing. I want to take care of it. So.
Apparently someone timed someone out, and then someone made a joke saying it was me, I'm not going to apologize, and that started a big argument. But
that's why I wanted to. That's why
Brainy.
it was good for us to try to, because he had already kind of said, "That's it, I'm out of here," and everything like that, and I was like, okay, it's already done even. So I was trying to do damage control as far as I knew at that point. So you know what I mean. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
I see Graham Taylor in the chat. He says, "I'm out of the loop. What happened with FTFE and Team Skeptic?" Nothing happened with me and Team Skeptic. We just decided to go our separate ways and focus on our own channels. Team doesn't really want to cover Flat Earth anymore, and that's pretty much what I do. We're still friends. I still think he's an awesome creator, and I absolutely encourage everyone to go and subscribe to Team Skeptic and check out the stuff he does. But it's unlikely you'll see him on the channel again. That's all. No bad blood.
Hey, Matt Bray said I coughed over his super chat correcting him or something like that.
Yeah, when I was talking about anniversary of Challenger. So anyway.
Yeah. So say that again. So then say that again, because it sounds like he felt like he didn't get read properly.
Anniversary of Challenger disaster, not Apollo, for £2 by Matt Bryce.
There you go. Cool. See, Matt Bryce, Matt Bryce, we all gotta calm down, buddy. I mean, come on, man. You gotta chill out, bro. All you gotta do is say, "Hey, you missed my super chat," or okay, come on, man.
Ivor Bigham for £2 says round 2. Ding. Yeah, he came back, even though I just wanted to poke him. That was great. JD 499, no message. Thank you very much. Monkey in the Works for £2 says, "So much fun tonight. Zapping Team Skeptic. Now this. Yeah, who wouldn't want to zap Team Skeptic? That sounds fun." Richard, put yourself for $2. You better send this to Tau City Alpha. Don't worry, I send in the links to all of my fucking debates. Damjam Vishnak for $2 says Keith is a beta biatch. No man, he's like Zeta. Johnny Marr.
Well, I mean, he did deserve a bit of a timeout mission apparatus. I was about to type if he wanted to. I could hide him, but I'm not a bitch like that. All he has to do is, there's no reason for him to say, "Oh, Beaver can go fuck himself. He coughed over my." "Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to hit the fucking mute button. Give me a break." Like, people are weird. I don't understand.
Let's not argue. Everyone, love and harmony. Unless you're a flat earther, then
I don't understand. Everybody's so spicy.
Johnny Marr for £2 says, "Abattoir tonight. Craig, and deservedly so." KZM for $5 says, "Ask him what x times 4 pi r squared is. What else could there be? Pi over 12. Fucking idiot. Aiden's Tech for $2 Australian says, "Pi over 12 is 0 degrees, 15 degrees, 42-48. Yeah, I mean, but you need to say the right things. Richard Putzer for $2, "Dumb fuck of the year 2021 candidate right here." There's been a few already in January. I've had quite a few dumpster fires. And last one, Mind Duck for $5. "Rotate your body over and over at any speed for an hour. How many miles did you travel?" It's that simple to get. Yeah, but what you forget is flat earthers are all fucking simple. It's their thing. I had a lot of fun tonight, Brainy. Thank you for coming along.
Craig, didn't you know that the that RPM counter on your car is actually a lie? Is that miles per hour thing?
The RPM counter tells me how far I've gone. That's what I need to do. So
exactly.
So does that mean when I stop the car and it goes to 0, I haven't travelled? Does that mean that I can go anywhere and not use any fuel? Wow, I've just broken the universe.
Yeah. King physics all day long.
Brainy, thank you for coming, dude. Always fun to have you on. No, he's muted.
Yeah, and sorry to the chat from
making this. I mean, thanks for having me. I don't know what. Sorry, you delayed on that. My bad. Go ahead, say what you're saying. You know, it's because I was muted at the time.
Yeah, and I'm just saying sorry.
No, I was going to say is thank for
this stream a little bit extra gay.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. You know, to some of the people in the side chat or whatever that, you know, get the odd person that doesn't, didn't want me jumping in there at all. But I mean, if I go 20-something minutes sitting there not saying anything and I can't get in and just make a poke at him, then, I mean, at that point, you might as well just ask FTFE not to have guests anymore, because what's the point?
Yeah.
So
I have Brainy here because
we're all here to have a little
him.
fun. I'm not just a fucking show pony. I get to say things too, okay, to some of the people out there that
you talk when you're fucking spoken to, all right? How dare you talk without me saying?
Like, come on. I'm not just here to fucking comb my hair and put what is it, mane and tail in and stuff like that. So, and then to Buddy up there that got all pissy about me coughing over your super chat, Matt Bryce, you got to chill out, dude. It's not worth. That's why you got timed out. And honestly, I think that I probably did deserve that. I mean, he's telling me to go fuck myself because I coughed when I'm sorry. Just that @ button. You can add us. We get a big orange thing. We can, we're not bad people here, but you're being a bad person when you tell somebody to fuck off because they accidentally coughed over. You think I just line this thing up and go 3, 2, 1, like what the fuck, man? Like that's all I have to say about that.
Calm down.
Well, it chafes my asshole.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay.
That,
Let's move on. We've had a great time tonight, and if you want to see more,
I had a great time. It was a good night.
Of that ugly fucker, then tomorrow at 9:15 p.m. UK time, there will be the premiere of episode 52 of Flerfs Are Idiots, titled Flat Earther Just Doesn't Get It, where me and Brainy rip fucking Witsit doesn't gets it a new one, because he's fucking stupid. Scythe, thank you for coming on and showing how little Keith knows. Always good.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how to convert a triangle so you can actually calculate stuff from. He's the math genius dealing with trigonometry. What the hell?
Yeah. Dumb as fuck flat earthers, that's how we go. Remember, guys, stupidity's not all that right. Fight the flat earth.
Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the flat. What fucking insect is coming around me? How the fuck is the flag in this house?
Are we talking over the